Again, that's subscribe to our YouTube, like and follow us on Facebook, and follow us on IG. Y'all be safe out there.
Hi, I'm Ariel Marie Bryce Rankin, CEO of CMPRadio.net and Cultivate Mature Positivity. CMP is looking to expand our family. Could that be you? We're looking for dedicated individuals with interest in hosting, co-hosting, conducting interviews, production assistance, and even participating in our up-and-coming drama series. Don't sit on the couch. Contact us at info@cmpradio.net or our Facebook page at cmpradio.net. Cultivate Mature.
CMPRadio.net, it's the station. Listen, man, let's cultivate together. Bring us all your show ideas. Content creators, we're looking for that. Videographers, we're looking for that. You can be a part of the next great big thing that takes place right here in Chester, Pennsylvania. Let's cultivate together, man.
CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
Injured at work? Injured while working at home? Pearson Coucher Law. 215-627-0700 or hit them up online at mywclawyer.com. Pearson Coucher Law. Workers' comp. That's all we do.
CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
Hey guys, Jacqueline Tucker here. Anytime I'm in the mood for some R&B, I'm listening to my CMP Radio app. Make sure you go and download it.
CMPRadio.net.
Talking about nothing. Talking about nothing. Hey, trying real nigga talking about something. Talking about something. Hey, I know you tired of them broke niggas talking about money. Talking about money. Hey, nigga, you ain't talking facts, you ain't talking about nothing. Woke up in the morning and I said a prayer. Like, Lord, I want it now, he said it's better later. Now that's talking to somebody that was never patient. I never waited, and now I'm so fly that I'm levitating. My nigga, I'm so hot, I mean I'm meditating. I'm heavy faded on every flavor, so my mental state is on mental patient. I need some motherfucking medication. Fuck the phony love, I'ma make them niggas hate. 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 So my niggas told me red. I'm keep them real niggas waiting. Make the pussy niggas hate us. I'ma make them niggas hate. I'ma make them niggas hate. I'ma make them niggas hate. Yeah, you ain't never seen a nigga like me in your life, bitch. Chillin' in the telly, just me and four white chicks. Yeah. And what we doing in this bitch, it ain't none of your business, nigga. Yeah. You can have your bitch back when a real nigga finish with it. Yeah, I had to chill with them in a minute. Pull it back so hard, had them thinking I've been out of time. Yeah, I heard some rumors about a nigga. If it's true about a nigga, why they speak it when I'm not around? Yeah, I got some shooters around a nigga that's gon' shoot about a nigga. Give a fuck about who you gotta run. Look at all them niggas that you need.
This girl's the mess.
Good morning, guys.
CMPRadio.net, man. Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling? It's the morning meeting with Miss Info and Uncle P, man. You know, shout out to our missing cast members, Mr. Ruffle Your Feathers and Wub. You know, you can delete his name off of that.
Why?
Because he ain't here.
It's okay. No. You still put their names up there. I think that because that's the cast.
But they're not here.
It's okay. But you always want people to know that they're a part of this show.
And when they're here, their name is up there.
It can stay
They're in
there.
the picture.
I know, but it can stay there.
No, delete it.
Why you now? When Mr. Ruffle, you know what? I ain't even
Mr. Ruffle Your Feathers do
Santana. When I don't even want him calling up here.
He can call.
Or nothing, because that's different.
Their
names can stay there. Why is Wub name not up there anyway?
If I'm not here, said anything about no one's name being up there?
If I'm not here, put my name up there anyway. When I'm on vacation, on vacation.
No. That's too much.
No, just put
Look,
OV.
it's real simple. That's who's here. We're talking about
I can't
this
believe you
episode.
edited it.
We're talking about this episode. We're not talking about every situation. When he's here, his name goes up. He's not here.
Oh, I'm gonna put cameras up. I got you.
There's already 2 cameras. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. How you feeling out there, man? I hope everyone is having a tremendous day, a great day. It's a great morning. You're
It's
motivated.
a great day to have a great day.
You're inspired. And you're all about, oh, shit.
Man, you just knocking over the monkeys.
Right. Don't hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's what the monkeys are about. Yeah.
Hey, Huggy. Let me talk about Huggy real quick. So we go get coffee from the Wawa. So I'm getting out the car to go inside the Wawa. He said, I'm going to sit here and watch the car while you go in the Wawa.
Watch what car?
The truck, my
Right.
truck. So I'm sitting in the truck. He's sitting in the truck. Then he said, oh, never mind. I can get out. They don't steal around here. I said, use a goddamn lie. They
Use
the
a
biggest stealers. They stole us. Like, you talk about so funny.
He said, you know what, you're right.
He was like, you know what? Let me go back and get these keys.
Yep.
You're right. But then we in the store and Huggy starts like moving around funny. He like, and I'm like, what's wrong? He like, I smell it.
I smell it.
I'm like, you smell what? He said, it's a cop in here.
Cop here somewhere. You get nervous.
Yeah, he
Look
started looking around and can't find him, right? We go to the parking lot. He said, I'm telling you, it's one in. He looking around. It's a car parked 3 cars over. It's a cop car.
Absolutely.
He's talking about, where was they at? I said, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are.
He said, I smell them.
He said, but I'm telling you, it's not. My radar is not wrong. He was like nervous. He was twitching and shit. I said, what's wrong? He said, my knee started hurting.
Get like that. It's fucked. Your jaw start hurting. You like, damn, where this motherfucker at? He here
Yes.
somewhere.
So shout out to Hug for going with me this morning to get coffee.
Shout out to Hug, man.
Yo.
We used to go and get coffee, but we don't do that anymore.
I know, cause I need warm coffee. When it gets warm outside, I will go back to
Man,
Dunkin'.
we got iced coffee all year round.
I know, but I had to get off of that.
Why?
Because it was really giving me a real bad adrenaline rush, like real bad.
Yeah.
And I don't even put coffee, sugar in my coffee no more, at all.
I heard so many people say, I had my coffee today. I'm for the shit. I'm like, yo, that's
Literally.
like you're literally for the shit. You're ready to go because you had your coffee, man. So let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Northern Marketing and Design. Hit her up. Right, she can help you out, get your brand out there, move your brand. You're looking to change your logo, she can definitely help you with that. Pressure Ink, man, for all your logo needs, your shirts, your hoodies, black businesses, right? It's a nice Pressure Ink shirt, right? Hit him up. Abstract Kings, you already know, Kenneth Picasso, Hunt, Damien, I Do Tattoos, Parsons, man, their family, your family. Who else we got? Casey Electric. Casey Electric for all your electrical services. You need your light flicks. You got your shit sparking over there in the corner. Hit him up. Hit Kyle Davis up, man. He'll make sure his team comes through and make sure everything is straight. And we got one more. Who else we got? That's it, right? Oh, no. Pearson and Coucher.
I was going to say it's right there.
Pearson and Coucher Law, right? Workers' comp is all we do, right? Shout out to our sponsors, man. They are complete sponsors. They love the station. They appreciate the station, and that's what we want our sponsors to be able to do. If you have a business and you want your business to be on CMP, you want it to be aired, you want your logo thrown up on the joint every hour, not every hour, like once a day. Once a day, we'll give you a shout out for your businesses. So hit us up, man. Talk to me. Come talk to me. DJ GL Santana, what's going on, good brother? Listen, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to DJ Darrell. What do we have here at Not
A radio station.
What does a radio station consist of, Not
Music.
And why don't we have any DJs up here at Not
I have no idea.
So I'm starting to believe.
I need to stalk them?
No, I'm starting to believe that they don't want to fuck with me. I think it's me.
You think it's you?
I think it's me because there's a lot of people out here that are talking crazy about Pierre, right? Pierre, I'm what was the word he used? A manipulator, a master manipulator.
Who said you?
Kind of said like you, like when you call me a master manipulator.
See, I can say it.
Why can you say it?
I don't know because it's like when you having a conversation with you. I'm easily persuaded to say what you're thinking. Easily, I'm like, damn, he done got me again. So I can say that
That's
from
bullshit.
conversation.
We disagree every day. We just had a whole disagreement outside. You like, I know. That's how I feel.
Well, so that's okay, but I know the amount of manipulation that you hold because I walked away like I did not think that shit went that way, and so I'm like, damn, he got me again. He got me again, and I'll be fine with it. I come back tomorrow though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they can't say it. They can. Hey, my.
Today is the 17th, right, Jerron Freeman? Yes. But the verses, the mixes,
It's canceled.
it's definitely canceled.
The station is at blame. The station is at blame.
It's definitely at blame.
Yeah,
I guess when you're the bigger person in the room, then you accept the blame. And I'll take it.
I'm not.
I'll take it. I'm not doing nothing extra for something that's supposed to be simple. You can make it very simple. It can happen. It can be very simple. I'm not doing nothing extra. You're not going to have me working for fucking free. I'm doing this for free. This is for the city. This is for the artists. This is for y'all to be able to talk about and show your work. And I'm not doing, is it manipulation or enlightenment?
No, Miss Deneen.
Thank you, Miss Deneen.
Miss Deneen, it's manipulation.
It's enlightenment.
No. You know what? I can't believe she gave you an alternative word. It's manipulation, Miss Deneen.
Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. We're not doing nothing crazy this morning, man. I promise you. We're not going left. Talking about debit versus credit. We definitely talking about this.
We're talking about.
So the 17th, today is supposed to be the versus Maserati Van Ran versus Nickel 9. And it just went left. You're not a master manipulator. You're, oh my God.
Yeah, so today was supposed to be the verses between the two, between Maserati Ran and between whom shall not be named out of my mouth, because I was told I was disrespectful. I don't think I'm a disrespectful person.
I mean, you just can't be calling people whatever you want.
Shout out to Miss Deneen for her book.
She got a book out?
Letters to My Sisters. I started reading it yesterday. I got it on Monday.
Right.
She has a book. It's a very good book. So it's by Black women, prestigious Black women, because I hold her to a higher standard than most. And shout out to her for her book. Like, you want to read it?
Absolutely. Send it my way. How much is the book, Miss Deneen? And
I don't even remember how much I paid for the book.
We'll talk about it on CMPRadio.net.
Yeah, we're gonna have
the station. Why don't you come on up here and talk to us? It doesn't have to be during the morning. It could be in the afternoon. We can have an afternoon meeting.
Oh Lord, let her walk all up and through here. She is one of those ministers.
Yeah. Oh, she's a minister.
A minister of the soul. No, I don't know if she's a minister, but she is a minister of the soul. Listen,
Okay.
she got this prayer list, baby.
You present your facts and let the people decide.
No, Mr. Name.
Listen, I have time today.
Mr. Nate,
GL,
no.
Go live on CMP. Come on up here, man. Go live on CMP. You know, be on the radio app. But
He landed in Washington today. What time I'm driving there?
I'm
Mr.
driving up
Name,
there.
yes, I would like for you to come and sit up here, and bless us. That's what I need.
Because we need it. We definitely need it.
Lord Jesus, she got a company called Mecca. And I need for her MECCA.
Oh, that's the daycare.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a daycare?
It's not a daycare. I think
Okay.
that she oversees other companies. Like she's a very good person to tell you about business.
Oh, yeah. Well, I need to definitely talk to you. Like CMP. I don't understand business. I came from the street.
Yeah.
And
our way of doing business is
It's
completely different.
completely different.
And that's one of our topics today.
And I'm trying not to bring the street out of me. I said when I left the street, I was going to leave the street, wear the street, but I find that a lot of people in business have more street qualities about them than they have business qualities. And I find myself being a bigger business person. For my business, it's just starting off. So this first 5 years is supposed to be the test run. So I have no problem with taking a loss in negotiations and everything else. But it seems like people feel as though they can try to use me or they can move me the way they want me to move, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
So I definitely need people that have more business time, more business sense, accountability to come through. And I said it, I put it on Facebook the other day. I need some mentors. I need some people in business that don't mind talking to me. And I know it's not a lot of people in the radio business.
Let me go watch.
Right? I know it's not a lot of people in the radio business, but people's acting up. But it's definitely some people in the city, right, that have a word that I would respect, and Miss Deneen is one of those. I remember I did the live, and she was like, "Why you don't have the city hall people up there?" And I'm like, I asked them to come.
Yeah, they don't come.
We asked them to come. We asked them to come and be
They
transparent.
more inclined to come with you, but not me.
They more inclined to say me too, because now I'm like the arch enemy over that joint, and that's okay. That's all right. If you don't want your people to know what the hell's going on in your city, and you feel like you can hide what you're doing and how the people should feel, then that's on you. This station was put here because I saw a need in the city. I saw a need for transparency and accountability. I saw a need for communication. right? And accountability and transparency. That's what I saw. So I created the station. I hit Dolph up. I said, I need you. She came, right? Me and Chuck was in there.
That's not how I remember it. But
So how do you remember it? Tell me how you remember it.
I was manipulated to be here.
See?
I was manipulated
How
to
were
be
you
here.
manipulated? What did I offer you? Manipulation is offering something to get something. What did I offer you?
First of all,
Oh, my God.
the
Here she
conversation sparked in the A+ parking lot. We talking about barriers at the athletic field. He like, yeah, you should come up to the radio station and holler at me. I'm looking, I'm like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
He like, man, come on, man. Like, you got the voice. Because I was snapping. They put barriers up and made it so that the kids couldn't ride their bikes at the A field on that street.
Right.
And they put brick barriers up. So then I thought for a second, well, maybe they put them up so they didn't taint the evidence because they wasn't done with the accident that happened there.
Right.
So then I realized they were still there. And I'm like, if they not going by Sunday, he like, well, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna get some trucks and we're gonna pull the bricks out the way. He like, man, you gotta come up, you gotta talk about it. Come on, come talk about it. And I'm like, no. So then here he go, he on live, and they having a conversation. And I see him and Dante going back and forth, and I jump in. He like, man, just come up here and see me. First.
But did you come? Did you come?
I did.
Right.
By the time I left, now I'm here 5 days a week from 1 10-minute conversation.
But that's how it starts. That's how. And listen, this show, right? It could be syndicated if we actually took the time to get it.
Look, Dante said that's not how it happened either.
Right.
He know I was manipulated. He was part of the manipulation.
We was definitely part of the manipulation. So we went live, and I said, yo, I need a show every day because I feel like for the voice to be heard, it needs to be seen every day. Everybody needs to see it every day. They need to hear it every day. So it was like, yo, who can I find that is vocal enough and has enough love for the city, has a family deep enough to have enough love for the city, touches every avenue of the city. Who can I find? Where is this person at? So we went live. We went live and we talked about what were we talking about? Fathers,
men not being a part of the structure of the home.
Right. And she jumped on and got to talking. I was like, well, why don't you come up here? And she came up here.
And I ain't never left.
And she's been here ever since.
One way in, no way out.
No
That's
way
all
out.
I'm saying.
Once you come in this joint, there's no way out. Unless you make your own way. You have to blow a hole in the wall, like have beef with me to leave.
That is true.
Like, and then go out
and
there.
then that can be resolved.
Yeah, because I said you have to have beef with me. I don't have any beef with anybody.
Yeah.
Why? Because I believe in communication. There's nothing we can't solve with a little bit of communication.
We're going to figure this out.
So we definitely going to figure this out. But let's get back to this versus that was supposed to happen. And Miss Deneen, whenever you want to come up here, you want to promote your business, man, talk to me. I get off at 5 p.m. I'll be there. Absolutely. So.
We got time today. Yes.
So we're going to talk about the verses, right? The verses was supposed to happen between Maserati Rand and Nickel 9. So the verses isn't happening today, but on the 24th, the flyers will go out tomorrow on the 24th. Jay the Kid, Jay Sutton will be sitting down with Maserati Rand, and we'll be going through Maserati Rand's plans, right? His plans in the beginning when he first started rapping, why he got into rapping, all that stuff. Jay the Kid will ask all of those questions, and we'll listen to some of Maserati Rand's hits over the last 10, 20, 30 years. I don't know how long you've been rapping. Because motherfuckers are scared. We try to get other motherfuckers to battle.
We was doing so well.
Who?
We were.
Well, I ain't cussing.
Until now. Go ahead. Is this how I go? He definitely blamed us. He said we didn't promote it properly. Right. But I honestly believe that CMP promoted it as best we could. And considering all of the confrontation that was going on between everybody.
Everybody going
him
live,
versus everybody.
They talking shit. He going left and
right.
They
putting kids up for Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm like, yo, this is going too far. Ain't nobody going to show up. But for me, right, understand. Yes, I have Leslie. Leslie's here. Yes, Wub is here. But it's a one-man set. I have other things I have to do. Mm-hmm. So I can't be promoting the verses. I'm not getting paid for that.
I think the verses was promoted very well. This particular one, because the Amino Guns and Dollar Day one, I didn't really see it. I didn't see the promotion. I just happened to pop them on. I'm in the living room, like getting down, dancing and everything. Like, shout out to DJ Darrell. Like, he had a mix that day that was amazing. The kids like, what you listening to? Because it's in my ear the whole time. So I turned it on the speaker. My whole house was crunk. You hear me? Like, and then they keep saying, why that boy got on that big t-shirt? So like, It was like it was promoted very well to me. But what did he say about Rand kids though? Like he spoke on Rand kids first. Everybody always shows the reaction. They don't show the action that caused the reaction.
Who called his daughter a monkey?
Not me. It's not me.
I just seen the post. Yeah, he didn't say CMP Radio. He said me personally. And this is
You didn't.
All right, so this is what CMPRadio.net. CMPRadio.net just shows the battle. It's up to the rappers to create their content and promote it accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? Like we said this in the beginning. He created a flyer, he pushed it. Maserati Rand said, "Man, I'm not paying for no fucking flyer." All right, well that's how you feel.
Yeah, but Rand promoted it though.
Rand promoted it his way.
He came on live and said, "Y'all been waiting. Here we are. February the 17th is going down." Rand had people on his live that are going to come out and watch. You understand? Like, we're going to stay up and watch this. And he was like, we're going to have a good time. He came with good promotion.
Absolutely.
He didn't come with negativity in the beginning.
Back in the day, I used to have $2 and then I turned it into $4. I'm a hustler. I know how to. Man,
he didn't come like that. Rand came and said, "We've been waiting for this. Here we are. Let's go."
Let's go.
And I can honestly say from the very beginning, he didn't say anything negative. He turned it negative. That's what happened. You wanted people to believe that you're the victim, but you started this mess. And quoting the illustrious T.I., you cannot be a victim and a bully at the same time. You don't get to say someone did something to you for absolutely nothing. You started that. You spoke on their kids. You spoke on people's looks. You spoke on, and you thought they wasn't going to come back for you. You can't do that. I can't stand people who do that.
So he said, biasness, bad marketing, going left field, stop this versus from us being in the same room. But all this, I promise, will be explained regardless. The lies that hate have to be brung to the light. What? The hate that has to be brung to the light. And I bet $100 grand is going to look bad for the hating ass niggas. This is chess, not checkers. #PA. So he will always blame us because we're the state. Like, this is the station. We have 9,000 followers. We have 7,000 people that like the page. That's a big deal, right? Everybody's trying to get to that point. So because we have the platform, we have the stage, then you blame us because you feel like we didn't do a good enough job. But I say this all the time. I'm only one person, so you can't ask me to do. I can't be over there. I can't be in all of these different directions, and I can't be over here placating to you and kissing your ass. You're a man like I am. Create your content to promote. Oh God, he's reading again. Create your content to promote, put it out there, send it to me, I'll promote it. Right. I have no problem with doing that. But don't ask me to sit up here and talk about the verses every fucking day, because I'm not gonna do that.
But you can't, this the thing. How could we publicize something that is not 100% concrete yet?
Drew Free talking about I owe bread. Yes,
you do.
Yes, you do.
Cash App up. Mm-hmm. She's waiting. But here, that's the thing. Like, you can't, I'm not promoting something that's not set in stone. I said it from the beginning. After that, it went left. So once it went left, I can't continue to say, oh, the verses is going to be on the 17th and both of y'all not on the same page. Rand still was willing to do it even after the negative antics came. So therefore, once that started and Rand said, all right, we can still set aside our differences to get these people what they looking for. So let the public be the judge.
Oh, that flyer was definitely hot. But me personally, I would have did one highlighting both of them.
What flyer?
The flyer that he had of Muhammad Ali. Nickel, now turn me down a little bit. I'm a little too high. I heard me echoing. But the flyer that he had of Muhammad Ali, his face with rain on the ground.
I think he must have blocked me because I don't see anything that he posts.
Well, I put it on. It never was going to happen, though, LOL. That had nothing to do with it.
He never was coming. We made that perfectly clear from the beginning. I don't care what screenshot he took. You can show an itinerary of a flight plan, but never push the pay button.
He said he's going to be here. He's going to be at, what's today's date? Today's the
17th.
17th. Mm-hmm. Say the 19th. He's going to be at Glockaware Radio. He's going to be here. I told him he can come through and we could do an interview and then I air it later. You got to come through and talk to us. The invitation for him to come is here. You know what I'm saying?
It's a trust situation at this point.
There's every rapper in this city is scared of Maserati Rand. Rand got a lot of shit.
I don't think he's scared of Rand. He's scared of Chester. That's how I'm gonna put it, because he's scared that somebody's gonna know where he is and when he's there at that time.
That's why I said
his fear is different. But his fear is different. Just because you're saying you're going to record it does not mean that he's not, like, no one will know he's here. That's his thing. Because once you're in this building, you can't get out unless you walk out this front door, and there's only one way in this station.
Right.
So that's his fear. He's scared, and I would say, for safety reasons, I would like for you to come to me. And guess what? I ain't scared. It's not just me. I come with a gun. So either I'm shooting my way out or I'm gonna walk out. However you want to do it, but I'm not in fear of being around you.
How you gonna do an interview somewhere else? That's because you don't appreciate what we have here.
It's not appreciation, it's respect.
He might come. I don't need him to respect. I don't need nobody out here to respect me, but appreciate my shit. I don't need to respect, because motherfuckers don't respect themselves. So why would I want you to
I don't
respect
think he's
me and
coming at
respect
all.
yourself?
He's not gonna go to the other radio station. They're gonna do like what we was just talking about, a Zoom
Can we just let it
conference.
Go? Yeah, we can let it go after today is done, because it's going to be tons of posts. I already got people inboxing me talking
What's
about
up with the verses?
What's up with the verses?
When is it going to happen tonight? So
Right.
here we are to tell you today there will be no verses between Maserati Rand and the name I shall not say. Remember when Wendy Williams couldn't say Puffy name every time she was in New York? So when she got to Philly, she said it again. She used to be like, the name I cannot say, and all this other stuff. And then when she got to Philly, she's like, whoo, Puffy. Every time I'm in New York, I can't say his name. But when I get back to Philly, baby, Puffy. Let me tell y'all what he did. And she went on a rant, and then he made it so she couldn't say his name, period.
But she was talking about he was stealing money.
And having sexual relations with people.
With
She
men?
was telling all his business.
With men?
I'm going to just say people. Before Puffy say I can't say his name either.
Oh, you scared of Puffy. You ain't scared of nobody else. Yeah, we got this blade up here. Look,
Oh, gosh.
it's a saw. You know what I mean?
I think it's just a bottle opener. Just keep it as that.
But you can cut some out of this.
Yeah, but I just, I am very saddened that we won't get to see this versus. But,
But we'll get the best of Maserati Rand on February 24th at 7 p.m. to 8:30. DJ Darrell will be here DJing. And listen, man.
That's tonight?
No, the 24th.
The 24th?
Right. Tonight, I'll be at the re-entry program that's taking place at the Cat Center. Raheem and Miss Tara Jones are hosting that situation. So I just feel like that's important. So
A re-entry program? Tell me a little bit more about it.
I don't know any more about it.
It's just called the re-entry
You want me to
program.
post the flyer? I was going to post the flyer.
Just read the flyer for us right now.
Right.
Give
Okay.
us halfway information.
All right, cutie. Here we go.
Puffy a joint.
Re-entry, resetting, and redemption. It's a symposium with Jonathan King, Tara Jones, and the guest speaker is Brandon Flood, the secretary of the Board of Pardons. Re-entry, resetting, and redemption. When you come home from jail, there's a gap in resetting your life to the way it was before, right? If you were selling drugs and doing that, you don't want to do that anymore. But if you do come home and you do want to do that, right, just be careful. Don't go right back into the same thing that got you caught. Come home and change, right? So resetting is important, right?
I don't think it's reset to where you were, though.
It's not
The
what-
reset is the restart, right? Like when you're resetting, I don't think that you go back to the beginning of where you started. Your beginning is now.
A lot of people do that.
But they shouldn't.
Right, that's why
because
they end up
times
going
have
back
changed.
6 months.
Because
Right,
if you've
depending
been
on how long you did.
if you've been in jail for 5+ years, I don't think you should want to go back to 5 years ago, because the times have definitely changed. Like if you think you could stand on the
21st
street corner
and sell coke
all day long,
you're going to jail.
yes, times have changed.
I
Like
never was into that. It never
Standing
made
on
sense.
the corner?
Standing on the corner, I was never into that.
yeah,
I stand
it's
out on
cool. The
corner and hang
Roughnecks
out.
gonna come put a show on for y'all. Timberland stumping. Oh, say that then. Say that then, bro. I
knew
remember
the
the
verse,
Roughnecks. I was really like a whole fan.
He said, Puffy a joint.
That's when fingernails was first, like the Wolverine fingernails. Them fingernails that they wearing, I want to cut them. Ooh,
You so violent.
cause them fingernails, them claw looking fingernails.
Scratch your face all up. You out there trying to fight somebody. She scratching.
Fucking cat. That's just weird. Like that now they just weapons. Like
Right,
what in
right.
the world? You got to bring a knife to a nail fight.
Bitch, did you scratch me?
Yeah. But
Now, if I like to be
nonetheless,
scratched, ladies, you better ball your fist up and fight like a man. Fight like a man.
nonetheless, there's no versus battle tonight. Tune in on the 24th for the Best of Maserati brand. They already said we was biased, but the thing is, I stated from the beginning, I never heard a song of the Bull that remains nameless. I never heard it. I don't have to show respect for somebody who has no respect, period, point blank. And, you know, if he wants to blame Pierre, so be it. You can't blame Pierre for your fears, though. So you got to take that up with you and your psychiatrist. That's how I feel.
Left. Then he text me and said he can't be in the room with dollar bills and gun. He can't be in the room with with. I'll put the text up. He keep blaming me. I'll put all the texts up.
I would.
So
send them to me. I'll put them up.
I'm not going to do it until he continues to blame me.
Well, he already blamed you. He don't gotta say nothing else.
I just found out they is called dick grippers.
The nails.
You're not touching my dick with no nails. That's sharp. Bull diss track was pretty crafty. I must admit. I can honestly say it was pretty crafty. He did work it.
Appreciate you, Leslie.
He has the ability to be a great artist, and I think what a lot of artists are missing is that management. They're missing the management, the people that put your shit out there for the people to understand. You can't do that shit. But there it is. We back to the
10-year situation. He walked off 10 years. That's like right now, Wallow is asking him to forgive the rest of his
he's on parole for a long ass
parole.
fucking time.
Yes, that's a long
19 and a half to 52 and a half years. Like,
that's weird. You let me home
20, 40. No, but that's the game. That's the game that they play. That's the game the parole people play, the sentencing people.
That's what I understand when the babe was here, when Miss Williams was here, and she said I did 1 year and 3 months, but she got 5 years to walk off. Yeah, it's like you can't cross the street wrong. No. You can do nothing. Every entry program is crazy. Like, I think that the pardons of probation and parole is needed in the black community, because I'm telling you, once somebody find out that you on probation or parole, man, they test you something crazy
every day.
It's like I might as well just stay in the house. Don't go outside, because if I get smart, people play with the police so bad that it turns into me jeopardizing my freedom again over something so little, so small.
He on till 2048.
Wallow is he has a petition right now that he's passing around, that's being passed around, saying help him get a pardon from parole. And I think it's well deserved. I think that after I do all this time in state prison or federal prison or even in the county, that I should not have to answer to you for another 20 years.
That 20 years is a long ass fucking time to be on parole. Like, anything can happen, right? In those 20 years, I think there is an acceptable amount of time where you're on parole, right? So if he did 19 and a half and he's out at 19 and he has to be on parole, if he's home and he's doing great things in this community and moving in a great way, then you lessen his parole. You're like, nah, bro.
Instead, you putting shackles on him. He can't go certain places. He got to ask you, can he go to make money? Like, I don't understand. I remember when my brother was going back and forth, he said this last time, I'm not coming home till I don't owe them anything. So he maxed out before he came home. His max date came and they couldn't give him anything more than that. When he came out and he was free, like, it was a different kind of him. So, like, I totally agree with the whole...
That's where I'm at. I want to put in for a pardon.
Put in for the pardon of...
Secretary of Pardons...
was locked up for drugs and guns.
You gotta talk to me about that, Jamil. We gotta talk about that. That's why I'm going to this re-entry, resetting, and redemption situation, because I feel like anybody that has walked off their parole and has been a absconding, not an absconding, like in a bad term. I guess that is in a bad term.
Dang, 10 years.
But done good things in the community and has walked his tail off and is continuing to build, he should be able to get pardoned. Because they just pardoned fucking, what's his name?
I don't know. What's his name?
The rapper. What's the rapper name that just got pardoned?
Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne and the other one from Florida with the crazy ass hair.
6ix9ine?
Not 6ix9ine.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
you talking about something I don't know.
He got pardoned and Trump let him right out, but he paid for that shit. He paid Trump. They gave Trump a... No. Yeah, bro, I'm on it, and so are you. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
I believe that it's unfair.
Kodak Black, thank you, DJ Santana,
Chief Keef.
This nigga is this boy is simple.
I just feel like you really honestly should not have to give so much more of your life, especially when you come home and you're moving different. Cause they do stuff like come to your house, they're disrespectful to your family, like all kinds of stuff. Probation and parole is tough. I've never personally had it happen in my home, but let me tell you something. When my aunt was living, everybody got paroled to her house. They didn't care. They just used her address because you knew you can go there and come home and on a fast track. So the probation officers would come and do the initial visit. And she would say, let me tell you something. I drink. I don't know about them, but I do. I'm not hiding nothing that I do. If that is a problem, then you're going to have to take their black asses back. And the probation officer was like, you know what? You're right. It's your house. You have the right to do that. She said, that's all that goes on here. There's no guns. There's no drugs, but I drink. And she meant what she said, and she said what she meant. That's how I feel. Don't come to my house and thinking you're going to tell me I got to change my rules.
You also have to come home and when you're going to house arrest, the people that you're going to house arrest to have to understand that they can't do the things that they used to do anymore either.
See, I don't like that.
But you can't say, you can come stay at my house and you know you got somebody that's on parole and you smoking weed. Yeah,
now that part, I understand you have to change a lot of things because they can walk in there and they tell you, like, I can come here any time of the day or night.
My PO was right out front, and my ex-wife just got done smoking. And I was like, yo, what's up, man? My PO outside. Oh, I ain't know. I was like, yo, what the?
I mean, that's how it goes.
Then we started arguing, and he outside. And he like, yo, you want to go to the halfway house? Like, he literally said that. He was like, yo, you want to go to the halfway house?
And they tell a lot of prisoners now, a lot of convicts now to go to the halfway house for the re-entry program. They say it's a stable living despite the fact that you have a curfew because you're supposed to follow the curfew at home too. But they tell you to go there because then no one has the ability to call the parole officer on you and say like you're not doing what they want you to do in their house. So I mean they are suggesting to go to the halfway house, but because so many people are having different home plans, they're closing down a lot of the halfway houses in the state of Pennsylvania.
They are.
So, I don't know.
Because they want to send people home because they understand it's easy to violate a motherfucker at home. They're not trying to help.
Yeah, it's easy.
Right? They understand that this system has been held together by racism, right? And the exclusion of rights to black people. Probation and parole is a death sentence, really, honestly. For a lot of brothers that get locked up, come home, you don't know what you're supposed to do. It's not like they're teaching you skills that are going to make you employable when you come home. It's not like they're giving you second degree education. You can do all this stuff if you got years. You know how long you got to be locked up to get your college degree? You got to do like 10 to 20 years. If you have a 3-year sentence or a 4-year sentence, they're not letting you get no college degree. They're not letting you come up there and improve your life. And I feel like that's what prison should be. You should be teaching me how to come home.
You can't even get a college degree no more, right?
Yeah, you
After
can.
Aaron, they said you can't get no more college degrees.
Yeah, you can get one.
The guy from For Life?
Right. You can get one. They can't stop
I thought you can get a trade. You can't get a degree.
You can get a degree. There are people that are up there that are getting degrees. You just have to be locked up for a long-ass fucking time to get it. They give it to you in segments.
So you can't go to classes like a normal college kid?
No.
Wow. Well, I just feel like once you get out, you have to come home with a different mindset. Understand that the streets is different. That's number one. And times are different.
And your friends are different.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Some of them, not all of them.
Man, I'm going to say all of them. Everybody changes. People evolve.
Not everybody.
It depends on how much time you do.
People don't change in 2 years or 20. They still remain the same ignorant people that they were 20 years ago.
But if they were ignorant 20 years ago, why you was hanging with them anyway?
So not ignorant as in rude, ignorant as in uneducated, not realizing that times are evolving and they have to change with the times.
So I didn't say
they still
all people.
doing the same.
I said some people. So
well, that's what I just said.
No, you didn't say no. You said nobody. But anyway, okay.
You know I ain't say nobody. That's why you said. But anyway,
because we're gonna keep on debating. Some people change. Some people don't change.
Yeah, some people don't change. And some people, but they don't know how to change because they've never seen it in their homes.
Right.
Like their parents are still the same exact way. Like, or their siblings are still the same exact way. You got to want to grow outside of the box, the flower box that you were groomed in. And some people don't know how to do that. I believe a 4-year degree is a 10-year course in prison now.
Right. Don't quote me on it. That's why I said you got to do at least 10 years.
I got way more time in 4 years to get the degree than a college student.
They don't want anybody going there and improving their life. But that's not what prison was about. But that's what prison should be about. It's
I
about
thought that was prison reform.
Rehabilitation. They talked about prison reform, but guess what they won't do? They won't invest the money in it to do it because they're making too much money.
That's a shame. The prison system is definitely a lot of money.
That's why I said I wasn't going back. I said, oh, no, they
Thank
said
you,
this
Drew.
was... Thank you, Drew. Hit the applause button for Drew. Turn the volume thing up. Oh, shit. Jay Sutton is hitting me up.
Are they saying that him that shall be remain nameless is here?
I don't know. You want me to answer it?
I don't know. It's for you. Anywho, so you said that's tonight down the Cat Center?
That's tonight down the Cat Center.
Tonight at the Cat Center, there's the reentry program with Miss Tara and Raheem. Raheem. Mr. King.
Yes.
Man, I remember he got smart with my dad. Boy, oh boy. Next time he said, how you doing? How you doing, ma'am? How you doing?
Jonathan Abdul Rahim King, he's a reentry professional, and the moderator, Tara Jones, February 16th, 6 to 7:30. Reentry, resetting,
Did
and
you
redemption.
say February the 16th?
February the 17th.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I said that was yesterday.
Reentry, resetting, and redemption. And I'm going to post this on Facebook. This will be on Facebook.
Yeah, so if you got time, slide down, wear your mask, bring your hand sanitizer. Even though Miss Tara got hand sanitizer stations everywhere inside the Cat Center. Right. Yeah, I just was there for a dope event. So just slide down. Maybe you can get information for someone in your family or someone who's coming home that needs that information. And understand this, it's a lot of reentry homes popping up in our city too. Mm-hmm. They're using they're taking their homes and converting them into rooms for rent so that you can have an address to come home to from
Why you minding your business?
Prison. What you minding your business for?
What happened, Maisha?
The prisoners are making the prisoners' government. The prisons are making the prisoners' government slaves. Oh, yeah, that's been there. But so you have people who are making their homes into reentry homes so that you can have an address to come home to. So if your girlfriend, mom, or aunt or someone lives inside of a housing development, she can't have, or she's on Section 8 or something like that, she can't have somebody paroled to her house. So these homes are started where they allow you to come home, and the state actually pays. It's like a halfway house. So the state actually pays your fees to live in this home, and people are really monopolizing off of it. Like, they are really getting a lot of money for a small bedroom. They get like $1,200 to $1,700 a month for this room from the state. Business plan. If anybody's in real estate, business plan.
She commented, so you're not coming today. Is that what you're saying? Maisha, you late, that been over, but I will be in Chester by tonight for sure. Maisha replies to Nickel 9, I'm definitely late, but what's the purpose if you're not coming for the verses? He said, I got people to address, got some interviews to do, got kids to see. And
he coming to see his kids after Wubbs and Kenny said he should come to see his children.
UGP Nickel 9, I'm for everything you said except for the interview part. If you're not going to do the verses, there's no need to do interviews. We know what happened. Maisha Nicole, no, y'all don't. That's why y'all thought I wasn't coming. Lies, LOL. But I will make sure to shout you out, though. Maisha, I just wanted to see the battle. This is Maisha again. You still not coming. You just going to be in Chester, not at the battle, so I was right.
You're not here. I said business, Drew. Business. So if you have a home that you own,
you said, "Hey, give me my bread," but
Drew, he gonna have to drop his location when he get here for you get this $20 because I give Wub
He's not doing a battle. He said
no. Drew said he was coming to the city,
and you said
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I said he wasn't coming. Period. I don't care what he's saying on social media. That's a social lie. So, my whole thing is, Drew, I said that's a business plan because guess what? If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. 9 bedrooms, if I count my other house, and at $1,200 to $1,700 a room, that's a lot of money a month. And people are really putting them up. They're putting them in the Widener area. They're putting them on 3rd Street. They're putting them on 9th Street. Like, they're really putting them up. You don't even know. They just think that it's one of those homes, but it's not. It's a reentry program, and they have to hire somebody to stay there, shift wise, 3 days a week. Why we got Miss Too Much up there?
Because somebody texted me and told me to look at her picture, her profile picture.
That been up there for weeks.
Said you could see her nips.
Y'all horrible. Y'all horrible.
He said,
But-
bro, look at her fucking I did
Y'all horrible. So anywho, like if you're looking to get into a new business, they have a couple things that's for sale in the city that is worth buying. I'm looking into this one property like right now to buy, not to make it that, but that is definitely a great business plan. And it's not a lot of paperwork that you have to do any out of the ordinary from anything else. So like if you're looking to do something with business, that's one of the things to look into, the reentry homes. And the reentry homes are worth the money and the hassle. All you have to do is hire somebody, 8-hour shift, 3 times a day, or you can be there yourself. It's up to you. Give them a sleep quarters and...
Yeah, she really went on that man page.
She said she was.
She gangster though.
But she said she was pulling up in DC too. So...
Why you ain't doing the verses?
What happened? So, anywho, let's get into this topic of credit versus debit. If y'all don't know,
I don't have any credit. My debit definitely sucks too. So I'm just gonna listen.
So, I was listening to this video of a millionaire. I think he's only a millionaire. And he said,
millionaire?
yeah, only a millionaire, because I won't give him billionaire status and he's not there yet. So I was listening to a video of a millionaire, and he said he's never owned a debit card. He said, let me tell you why. He said, because no one should have access to your money that you can't control. And I said, okay. And I'm listening. My brother sent it to me. Shout out to Bayot. Because we talk about, that's the growth in us. We talk about business on a different level now.
Right.
So our investments are different. Our time is different and everything. So he sends it to me and he says, you should listen to this. I said, boy, in the end, I said, it's making me get rid of all my debit cards. Like I just wanted to cut them up. Only a millionaire.
I think that label. I definitely like only a millionaire.
Yeah. So in this video, the man says, I've never owned a debit card. And he goes to explain why. He says, debit cards aren't insured, but credit cards are. And he says, the best thing about a credit card is you're spending their money. And then despite the fact that you have to repay them, you repay them on your time.
So he doesn't have a bank account?
He has a bank account. He has a money marketing account. He said their interest rates are way higher than the actual bank account. He says, and the money marketing account holds the funds at a different standard. So he goes to
How
say,
does he gain access to those funds?
he can go into the bank. He can transfer them to his checking account and do whatever, but it's on his terms. And he says the credit card pays back everything and you get cash back. That's crazy.
But he doesn't have a debit card.
He does not have a debit card. He said debit cards was the worst thing that they could ever make. He said credit, and we are so into credit learning now at over 40 that is crazy, because if we knew this in our 20s, boy, we would all be millionaires. Because just think of how much money we honestly blew in our... that just gave me a chill.
So now you understand why it's important to have the education for the young people.
Yes,
Right.
and I have a 0% interest for 18 months. You see that? So for 18 months, I can spend $1,000 a month and pay it back, but I don't owe any interest on it. So he says it's best that you spend the credit because you're spending their money. So I always go back to this story when I was in the store with my cousin and her boyfriend. And then there was another couple in the store. So we're in the Chanel store, right? Number one, I don't belong in the Chanel store because Chanel is not my cup of tea. I can't afford her.
At all.
So I'm not going to act like I can afford her. I said, why am I even on this side of the mall? So we're in the Chanel store and my cousin wants these sneakers. And of course they can afford it. They got dual income in their crib and this, that, and the third. And she wants these sneakers, but it's this lady, she's looking at the same sneakers. She wants the sneakers. So then my cousin wants the bag. The lady wants the bag and the tote. So nonetheless, they both get to the register. The man gets up there. He swipes. Boom. There it go. He pays $3,300. Three items. He walks out with 3 items. I'm thinking $3,300. I could have paid 2 months worth of bills, got my kids some sneakers. Like I started adding this shit up in my head. So then my cousin gets to the register and boom, $3,000. But they standing there 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't look like a bigger man because you're counting out $3,000. So when we left the store, I say to them, I say, did y'all notice the difference between y'all and that couple? And they said, what? I said, they left with their $3,000. You didn't. And they didn't get it. And they was like, nah, he still owed it. I said, yeah, he owes that down the line. down the line. He does not owe that now. So therefore, him owing $3,000 down the line, he still got $3,000 to play with. He can invest this $3,000, triple it, or do whatever he want to do with it. But you just walked out $3,000 poor. So he like, nah. If you ain't got it, don't spend it. Like, don't get credit. And I'm like, nah. You get credit because that lets you get other things. So now you pay 1 month, your credit score went up. You pay twice in 1 month, your credit score went up. You paying to get credit. You can't live off of money no more. And I came from a cash spending business, a cash spending family.
Absolutely.
Everything we purchased was with cash. Houses, cars, everything. My dad used to say, if you can't afford it, don't
buy it.
Period. Don't put it on credit, nothing. And then as he got older, he started to say, credit is very important.
It is.
And
It's
we didn't
extremely
understand
important.
it.
We played around with it. When we were younger and we got a credit card, we charged that joint up. I ain't paying that shit. I ain't doing that. Nobody ever sat down and explained credit to me. I wish somebody did. And the amount of money that I've seen in my lifetime, like playing around and buying extracurricular shit and buying this one that and buying that one this, it's fucking ridiculous. I sit back now and just be like, man.
Listen, when I look at my past, and I can honestly say in my 20s, and people don't believe it because I didn't live like, I never lived where a brand made me. So Gucci, Prada, none of that. I never wore that stuff. But I can say in my 20s, I know I blew $1 million.
Oh, absolutely.
Or more.
Absolutely.
And that's living here in the city of Chester and not knowing how to do this, that, and the third. I know I ran through $1 million easy. Like on nothing. Like just going on trips, buying stupid stuff, doing stupid stuff, making bad investments, this, that, and the third. I know for a fact. And I know a lot of people who can say the same exact thing.
I know I can.
Like that, it was so easy then. I had no knowledge of credit. I had no knowledge of financing, investing, nothing. Now I tell my kids, we not making the same mistakes.
Man, I took care of
everything. At all.
I took care of
I didn't wash clothes for years.
What?
Let me tell you something.
Buy new shit.
My dad,
Stayed at the mall.
my dad, wife talked about me so bad to her kids. They said it to me when he died.
Right.
You don't even wash clothes. I'm thinking, damn, that's all I do is wash clothes now. But I didn't know that what they meant at first. She really was like, I walked in her room. I was 16, 17 years old. I walked in her room and her room was filthy, filled with dirty clothes. Guess what? And it was new bags sitting on top of the dirty clothes. Wash clothes for what? I can go to the mall right now and buy a whole new wardrobe, which is what I did. My oldest daughter never wore the same outfit twice. For 5 years, and she never wore the same outfits twice.
And that's how you change, what you're doing. What Dante said. You teach your children so they can be better than you. They can have a better score than you. They can see life differently than you. That's the problem with Black America. We feel like, well, shit, I ain't have it. My kids ain't gonna have it. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. I ain't gonna tell my kids. No, you have to educate the generation behind you so they can be better. You might not see the house and the mansion and the house with the wraparound porch, but your kids can see it if you teach them correctly. Again, we have to take accountability for our things. The things that are not going our way, we have to make sure they go our children's way. They have to win. You might not ever see the win.
But
you
they
might not ever see the
it.
win, but they can see it. So allow your children to see it. So your legacy lives on. Dad made sure I knew this. He understood that I knew this. He made sure that I did this. He made sure that this happened like this. So it's because of him that we're able to have the things that we're able to have today. The reason that we work as hard as we work today. Like, you can't sit there and be like, oh, no, I'm not telling my kids because nobody told me. You got to figure it out like I did. No.
See, Drew, we can't have that mindset that it's a scam. We can't, because guess what? It's the world today. And now that they're trying to do away with actual currency, the money situation, like if you pay attention when you go on most stores now, they have no contact whatsoever. They don't take cash. They tell you, I went in a store in the Concord Mall. They told me we don't take cash. And I'm thinking, why? Isn't that the currency today? Everybody doesn't have a card to come to. And he said, yes. She said, I'm sorry, we no longer take cash. And then they don't take coins either. Like, it's a lot of stuff that they don't do nowadays. And the world is changing. We're evolving into a contactless system where you just got to come up. They made it so that you don't even have to swipe your card. You just tap it and keep it moving.
I don't trust none of that shit.
And we don't have a choice but to trust it. Because once it becomes the way of life, That's it.
Everybody trying to go digital.
Cryptocurrency is going to be the number one thing. We might not live to see it, but it's coming.
I'm going to make
When
sure.
they do away with cash, that's
sure
going to be
you got
hard.
some gold and some silver. Like, he's not lying. With tangible things that you can touch, it's important to have that if you're saving something, if you're investing in something. It's important to have that because with things going crypto, with everything going through these computers, remember in 2000, they were worried about whether the computer could count to 2000. They were scared of that. So there's no way in hell I'm okay with all my money being in a bank. I'm okay with all my money being on Cash App. I'm okay with all my coins being funded up through Bitcoin. Like, it's a vacuum, and they're trying to trap you into this joint. And if you don't have anything substantial, if things go crazy and we go through a war with somebody else, World War III, and countries are irrationally handing out things, you have to have something that's tangible. Gold and silver is tangible.
What kids say? I got all the old 20s. Like he like I have a lot of old money, and I don't mean like the rich people old money, but like I have like a 1942 $10 bill. I have a like one of the first. I have so many $2 bills, it's crazy, but I got one of the first 10s and 20s that came out, and it tells you. I got one with the red sticker on, the red stamp on there. I got a $5 bill with that on there, and guess what? It's worth like $5,000 right now, and it's going to keep on going up because they made that mistake. I got the $2 bill that got the stamp in it. You understand what I'm saying? The mistakes that was made. That's why I spread mine around to different
banks and cards.
My mom, I'm telling you, that Bennett Homes, you can't take out. You took her out of the Bennett Homes, but you can't take her out the Bennett Homes out of her. They made the new 20s because I got all the old ones. That's what he said.
Hey,
that's what kids said.
Listen.
But like I have so many old bills, even coins. Like, it's crazy. When they started that coin collection where you can get all the different states, those coins will eventually be worth something. Not in our time, but in the times to come, because they stopped making them. So like, I don't know. My dad worked at the Franklin Mint, and he brought home a $2 bill. Well, I don't know what he did, how he got it, but a $2 bill with the 2 cent, I think it's a 2 cent stamp that they made a mistake.
Right.
And he had it framed. That $2 bill with the 2 cent stamp in it, the mistake that the mint made is worth money. Like that, these are the things, like what in years to come, that will be worth thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's a $2 bill. So, is that Maserati, Rand? You late. You late for the meeting. We had our meeting already, Rand.
Once niggas mention my kids, the battle was over. This ain't Gucci and Jeezy, LOL. Some shit you just supposed to get smacked for.
Who said that?
This is the song versus battle. UGP.
Who did?
Nickel 9. What you
Oh,
call
the
it?
name the name that I shall remain nameless.
You can call him what you call it.
Huh?
You can call him what you call it. Them coins not real gold and silver, and that paper won't be worth anything because it's not backed by anything. Again, like you have to try to find a way to value that. That gold and silver is imperative. It's important. Make sure you have some tucked away, because when the shit go down, if the shit goes down and the computers go.
So you don't think that it would be like another, like the Holocaust? You know, when the times was changing and currency was going down, then they was kicking in doors, taking diamonds, the gold, the silver.
That was just the Nazi. That was the Nazi.
That was just them being greedy.
Them stealing what the Jewish people had, right? That was just them doing that. That wasn't a whole world bank shutdown.
No, that it will be worth something. The paper, the currency money, the paper that the money is made on is worth a whole lot. That's why people try to steal it so often. But
they steal it to make counterfeit money.
Yeah, but they steal it because it's actually worth something. Like, you can make anything out of that paper.
If they change the day what the money is printed on, that money
then it's worth nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So as long as they continue to use it, it's worth something. But if they change it and they switch out and they start putting in everything on cards, then the money's worthless. That paper money.
Yeah, they did it already. So do you think that that's what they're going to do? Like, if this becomes an issue again, like kick in doors, take all that stuff, take all the stuff that's worth anything. I don't know. I just feel like credit right now is where we need to be at. I understood the man when he said debit cards. He never ever gave his kids a debit card ever. He put them on his credit. On his line of credit, gave them a lot of amount of money that they can spend, gave them their own personal card. And when they left college in 4 years. Their credit score was of an 800, and they were able to go buy the house. They took all their gold. Oh yeah. So I don't know. I'm just teaching my kids different than I was taught. I was taught to walk in the store with cash and walk out with the product.
So they do it every 40 years. So
That's what it seems like.
well, we missed 2013. What did they do in 2013?
I don't know.
Right.
Something.
Work while we can do sure. I can't read that.
Work while we can, though, for sure. Just keep in mind. He said, I can't read that. Admittance is the first step. I think you just need new glasses, bro.
I think I need time off. I'm doing a lot now.
Yeah, but I think you need new glasses.
It ain't like when we first started, when I was just doing the morning meeting. Like, you know how many shows I engineer, you know how many different situations I got to show up for. I'm tired.
2013,
I haven't had
they
a
made
good
the
night's
blueprints.
sleep, like a full 8 hours sleep in almost 3 years.
That's hard.
Like, no,
I hadn't had one in almost a year.
I ain't had one in almost 3 years, bro. And that's because I just wanna gain as much knowledge and as much information as I possibly can. Right now, I'm doing a documentary for
Start investing, Jabri.
a mega sci-fi, the Epsilon chapter, footsteps through the past and present of Chester, Calvary Baptist, Crozier, Frederick Douglass, Booker T, and the courthouse.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah. So we shot that. So now I'm editing that and getting that together. So it's
I
a
mean,
lot,
well, you're
bro.
working.
I'm
Take a
definitely
nap.
working, but I ain't getting paid.
You will. It'll pay off.
I guess.
Here you go. You want that instant gratification, that
I don't want-
overnight
oh, no, no.
success.
Come on, now. Don't
Let's
do
go back
that.
to that.
Don't do that.
Let's go back to that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know that's not me. That's definitely not.
See,
me.
why you take it so literal? P need a vacation. He don't even, when he go on vacation, Ashley, he's still working. He horrible. I go on vacation, I start turning phones off when I get off the plane, like all kinds of stuff. Starter LLC after a year, go get the funding. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
But even like invest in yourself. Buy a duplex, live on the bottom, rent out the rest. See how that works? Now you're living for free and all you're paying is taxes. And then move on and do that with the next space. If you want to get into real estate, that's a great way to go.
I'm not trying to get no real estate. I'm not trying to have to fix nobody's shit.
See, but you don't have to fix it. You pay somebody to fix it,
I'm
which
not trying to
only
have to
takes
pay
a
nobody
fraction.
to fix
It
it.
only takes a month
No,
of a
black
year's
people
worth of
don't
rent.
care about what they break. They flush everything down the toilet.
Black people do care about where they live at if it's a nice place to live.
Oh,
That's the problem. People giving people such slummy places to live. If you change the narrative of how it's, shout out to Mookie, shout out to Pooter, shout out to Hameen. They giving you good quality houses. They're not giving you, man, they not the Shamps of Chester.
Oh my God.
They not
Did
them.
You just name somebody?
Yes, I did. They not the pastor from down St. Daniel's Church of Chester.
Oh man,
He get-
CMPRadio.net
Yep.
does not agree with Nafati.
Don't agree with me. I'm saying it. I said it.
Nafati is saying this shit, not CMPRadio.net.
Yep. Nafati is saying that there are slumlords around here, but you have people who are changing that narrative.
He the pastor of what church?
St. Daniel's, down there on off of
4th
Flower
Street?
Street.
On 4th Street?
Yep, St. Daniel's Church. They got a whole Facebook page about him.
Yeah.
If we gonna talk, yeah, he called the slumlord. Champ lost most. No, Champ lost all of his properties. Ain't no most, all of them. And let me say this. He went through a trying time. And it was very hard for him. He lost his wife in the process, and it was very hard for him. And while he was, working on her, working to help her, he wasn't taking care of himself. And I just seen him the other day. He's not the same Shamps that I knew that was my father's friend. So I'm not being rude or disrespectful when I say, but he was a slumlord when he was in it. When he was in it, he was in it. He was a slumlord. Like, people was coming to me like, I think the sewer pipe broke, and he talked about he ain't got time to come fix it. And I'm thinking, you still paying him though? You still there? Shamps had the most, him and Mose Manley, slumlord of the years, not just the year, but be the different slumlord.
This girl is crazy.
What? I ain't lying. Mose Manley ain't fixed nothing, and he gave you a little paper receipt and knew if you came and paid your rent, and still didn't fix nothing. And don't pay him because he ain't fixed nothing. He still putting you out. They had the most evictions in court ever. I worked with CDM for 10 years. They put things in houses that we would live in, not that we think that you deserve. Pastor St. Daniels was on the slumlord page. He was. I can't think of his name. What's his name? Pastor.
Where's the slumlord page?
It was on Facebook.
Slum landlords of Chester.
Yeah, it was on Facebook, but the whole page was about him at one point in time. And then he was taking services for rent.
Offering what?
He was taking services for rent.
What kind of services? Like
I forgot.
Like you was cooking dinner?
No, dinner.
Oh, he was getting the
cooking
sloppy
dinner.
toppy.
Yeah, for services for rent.
Oh, you want to stay here? Oh, you gonna have to
Shut-
suck this. And this.
Ah,
I ain't say it.
gosh. But I
said it
mean,
last night, though.
if you want to get into real estate, just go in with a mindset that these people who are renting from you deserve it. Some girl wrote 2 days ago on the page, how you going to charge $1,300 to $1,500 for a house in Chester in one of the worst neighborhoods? And then it's not even a good looking house. I walk in, stuff falling, the ceiling leaking. He like, well, I could fix it up after you move in. It's one on my block, man.
I feel like those are the type of people I'm not renting from. If it's not already fixed and you haven't put the money in, you ain't never gonna put the money in. You just gonna throw some paint. You gonna get somebody in here to fix it. It should be fixed up and ready for me when I look at it. Don't show me what it could be. Oh,
Yeah.
we can fix this, or the tub will be clean. You gonna paint over the tub and it's gonna be nasty.
And then it's gonna peel, all that stuff.
Right.
I never moved into a house that was not already ready.
Bro.
I never, and this is in the renting phase. I never did that. I'm not.
Definitely gonna catch these blessings.
I never did that, and I tell people who not to rent from. I tell people where not to go, and I'm sorry, you have to pay for as long as you're there. But I tell people when they ask me, they be like, "Hey, you know anybody with houses for rent?" I said, "Well, don't rent from that pastor from St. Daniel's Church."
Why y'all keep talking about where is he?
And I say, and
his
you know what?
name?
Listen, right? Kenny did a live painting down that joint one day, right? And he was in the church. I said, "Oh, you was in there with the dirty pastor." He gonna say, "What? What you talk about?" So when I tell him the pastor was a slumlord, like I think that is so wrong. You wouldn't live in it. I'd be like, "You come over and stay the night at my crib. Tell me how you feel." If you wouldn't live in it, you shouldn't expect anyone else to live into it. But don't go into that business thinking everybody just needs a place to live. And then another thing with real estate is become a seller. So you buy these houses, you give the people the option to buy them after living there for 2 to 3 years, and they will take care of that house. But in 2 to 3 years, you're charging them rent with $100 that you put towards their escrow, and you tell them to come to the table with the bread, and I'll pay your closing costs. And there you have it. Now you have a business contract with these people, these rent to own. And don't be the dick and put that in that clause in there that says if you miss a payment, you have to start over. Don't be that type of person. Everybody hard times come. But that's a good investment. There you have it. And the repository list is up now. Praise the slumlord. The repository list is up now, and so is the judicial list. As a matter of fact, the judicial list is not up yet. It will be up next month, a week before the actual sale. Or is it 30 days before the sale? It's one of them. But they're up. So if you want to buy some investment properties, go out to the media courthouse. They are giving out this $5 a copy, the list, and you can buy these things. The repository list is a little difficult because to buy off the repository list, you have to own something on the block, or you have to give reason, and you have to have a certain amount in the bank. They do ask all of these questions, but it can easily be done if you just know who you know. But there it is. Become a landlord. Get into real estate and buy land. Don't think that because these lots are for sale that it's not a good investment. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, the one thing that they're never going to make more of is land. So somebody is eventually going to come and want to buy that land. So buy it. You're going to pay $34 a year for taxes, a total of probably $127 in taxes on that piece of land, and it's going to be worth it because if you can get two next to each other, you can build a prefab house on there for $28,000 and do what you want to do on the inside, $28,000 to $48,000, and it is worth it. And then you can get a loan from the bank or the mortgage company. Yeah, do all of that. Them houses they just put over there by the towers, they paid $48,000 for them cribs to be put there.
And they charge the people $100,000.
$199.
Wow.
$199. And they brought them. They small.
They small? But they're a new house. So
it is.
You ain't got to worry about it.
I watched them fall. When the wind blew,
the wind
they
blew.
only had the wood structure up.
Yeah, it blew.
Them joints fell. They just like the hotel on 291 when they only had the wood structure up and the wind blew, them joints came down.
The hotel fell too?
Yeah, when they first started building it, we had a real bad storm. It fell down because there wasn't nothing there. But then now it's a solid structure, like
That was the energy from Harris.
or the city. Yep. So just find an investment. If you have a couple extra dollars or whatever, find an investment. Get into something. Real estate, car sales, things. Please don't be. I ain't gonna talk about these car salesmen. I ain't gonna do it.
What car salesman?
I ain't gonna talk about these car salesmen.
What car salesman?
Cause my Jeep is messed up. So my Jeep, I ran over a pothole. So the bottom of my Jeep was kind of sort of destroyed. So the insurance company is going to total out my Jeep or whatever. So I want to buy a car, but it's tax time, and I'm not giving you no $8,000. Pass the co. Look at my mom. I unplugged my mic. Hold on, in my headphones. Hold on. Pastor Cole, that's his name. Ooh, Pastor Cole. Well, Mom, how'd you find that out? Everybody's so quiet. He texting. Nobody's here with me.
I'm here with you. What you mean?
Uh-huh.
You talking about Pastor Co?
Yeah,
Herbert
Pastor Co.
Yeah, you just gotta wait till after tax time.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna talk about these. That's their business, and they are coming in with some. I'm Roz Messy. You see her, Shanika? I'm Roz. My mom is crazy, but that is his name, Pastor Co. But if that's the business you choose to get into, just give them a reliable vehicle, not a 90-day vehicle. That's another great business to be in. Look at her. She done looked it up online, I tell you. My mom said it's going to snow tomorrow. So, but those are great businesses to get into. Start your own clothing line. They're doing that now too. Just find you a good retailer and all of that, and that's it.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just here by myself.
You're not here by yourself. I definitely understand exactly
Thank
what you're
you,
talking
Shanika.
about. Let me get the applause for Shanika. She just donated.
He doing something. He going ham. You see
So
him?
this is what I'm talking about. Where Pierre does multiple things. So at 12:00,
You have a Zoom meeting.
I have a Zoom meeting at 12:00, and I have to give the information to Widener, right? To Widener, so they can go ahead and do their thing, and so it can be live on cmpradio.net, right? And I'm asking the person that I asked to make a page so we can give them the fake thing. Then they tell me that I told them that it was canceled, and I was talking about something else that was canceled, and not talking about Widener. So now I'm going back and forth with that person, talking about, did you make the page? She said no, and then I said it was canceled. No, I said something else was canceled. So I didn't, but it's cool. It's all right. 11:30.
11:30 or 12:00. Which one was going to be?
I have to go to Widener.
Oh, you got to be over there.
Yeah, so I can sign up everything without giving them the password to my personal account. Right. So, no, we're not about to do that. Any.
And another thing about business, thanks, bro. Consumable business. Another thing about business, stop being these people. Dante, your stat. Stop being these people who juke the prices for who the person is in front of you. Stop being those people. Price gouging is fucking ridiculous. Say have a set price. If my price is $100, it's $100. And we was talking about it this morning because we were reading Dante's stat. Shout out to you for that stat because that's weird. So we was talking about it this morning, and Kenny made a great point. He said, I can't give the same price for every canvas that I sell. Totally understand, because it's different things that go on the canvas. But don't be the person who sells the Art Monster for different prices on the same size canvas. And he said, oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. But if they want a portrait on that size canvas, absolutely, that's something completely different. That's more time consuming. However, do not be the person who price gouges because you assume that person has a lot of money. I think that is so wrong. My price is my price. The only time my price changes is if the store prices change. So wherever I get my product from, then my price changes. I had a fish for sale, and a fish sandwich at my establishment is $8.
Right.
Well, when I went to the fish market to get fish, they gave me fish that I could not sell for $8, not for the price that I paid for it.
Right.
So they called me on it. They said, I said, listen, sweetheart, you'll understand why it's $12. If you don't want to pay to $12, I totally understand, but I cannot give it to you for $8 today. So she still purchased it. And when she purchased it, she was like,
You was right.
no, you should go up.
Right.
I'm like, because the piece of fish was like bigger than both of my hands together.
Don't base your price based on if you think I look like I
Got money, yes. So don't be that type of business person. You can't be that type of business person. That's not a good thing.
So black people, we find it very hard to do business, and we talked about this. Mr. Rashid Dugan was on the live, and he was talking about how hard it is for us to do business as black people and offer black people services at the same time. And it's like, okay, well, listen, if we're doing this correctly, then it should go like this. I have a service for black people, right? The cmpradio.net. And if I'm trying to get you to sponsor or small businesses to sponsor, then I can't possibly charge you the same amount of money that I'm charging larger businesses for sponsorship. So I do have small business packages. You understand what I'm saying? And then I have big sponsor packages. And then the smaller business was like, well, how much is the big sponsor? If I tell you it's $2,500 a month, you're going to look at me like, oh, I ain't got that. Oh, he wants too much money.
All right, well.
We're going to keep our conversation below the big sponsors and talk to the small sponsors. So for $200 a month, I will talk about your business. I will throw your business up on the page. Oh, that's too much money. Well, that's the lowest I go.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't understand my price is my price, because you can't go inside of other stores and ask, can I get a discount because I'm a small business? You can't go inside of other places and like other stores and restaurants and different contractors and things like that. And I'm sorry, bro, but don't be the contractor that starts the fucking job and don't finish it either.
That's another thing.
That make it bad for the rest of them. Like I said, my bathroom is getting done over. Both of my bathrooms are getting done over, and a white contractor is coming to do it. Came in, gave me a price, told me this is the set price with all materials. Came back and said, I can start on this date. Will you be ready? I gave them my date. I am now on the calendar. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, I don't owe them a deposit until the day before they're about to show up. I spent so much money redoing my father's house for people who came in and halfway did it or didn't want to finish the job. You can disagree with me all you want. I want it done my way. I have to live here.
That's a good deal, period. Clear Channel wants $600 to
$1,200 a week.
A week. And when I sit here and I tell people, man, listen, if you support your brand, you make it homegrown. We don't need Clear Channel. We don't need nobody else. If you come up here and you do a show, if I get enough sponsors, I can get free shows. All I want to do is make sure the bills are paid in this dream.
That's
this
it.
is not it's a for-profit business. Yes, it is. But I'm not looking at it like I need to make $100,000 off of my community. I need my community to come up here and talk. I need my community
so they can
to
make
come
the
up,
$100,000.
right? So you can
off
make the
the
money.
community.
You can get a sponsorship for your show. I don't stop anybody from making $1. I'm not trying to be the richest motherfucker in Chester. I don't need to be that.
Go ahead, Mose Manley.
But at the end of the day, I do need to make sure my city is rich and that we're supporting each other and we're pushing each other and we're I don't know. Maybe I just think differently than everybody else.
You
Right?
do. Because you think that everybody deserves support when other people think that certain people don't deserve support. Like, that's it. When you have a beef with if I had a beef with you when I was in my 20s, believe me, I ain't thinking about it in my 40s. So if you have a business, sis, I'm coming to show other people that you
patronize,
deserve.
fuck support.
Patronize. That
Fuck
word
support.
I want to build customers. Customer service is at an all-time high with nerds. Why? Because if my daughters, guess what? If they having a bad day, I got the Chick-fil-A method. Right. Are you having a bad day?
Right.
Would you like to leave for the day?
Right.
Because we will get somebody else to fill your shift. This
Absolutely.
is a family business, and if one is having a bad day, we'll all connect and our energy will be off. And that's how it goes. So if you need to woosah, go woosah. If you need to be in the back, don't answer the phone. Mm-hmm. If you need to be in the back, don't do the deliveries. We'll find somebody else to do it. But Absolutely. If you're having a bad day, take that time for yourself because we don't know what your issues are. And that's that. We stand on customer service. When I said I want to be the Chick-fil-A of Chester, somebody said, not if you coming on here saying don't. I'm telling you my rules ahead of time so you don't make that mistake again.
Right.
Stop inboxing me, asking me, can you order? Because that's not how you do it.
Right.
You either going to call a number. If you feel like you got to block your phone number, I answer all phone calls. Block 1-800. Listen, if I owe you, get in the line.
Right.
That's how I go. But don't, if I'm giving you the rules ahead of time, then follow the rules.
What's wrong with following the rules? Like, why do we always think that we're supposed to be the extraordinary person that gets to break the fucking rules and still get great customer service?
It's not fair.
And
It's not.
McDonald's don't have half the customer service that Chick-fil-A has, but McDonald's still makes money.
Because McDonald's has a set schedule and regimen that they go by.
Right.
No matter how you look at it, the burger always going to be the same.
Right.
That's my goal.
Right.
I want my meals to always be the same. I evolve with my menu according to what's good for that season, but I'm not going to change how it's set.
Right.
Somebody told me they think I'm giving too much. I don't think I am. I want you to have leftovers. I want you to remember that I can feed me and my kids off of this. Man, I be looking for $5 fish sandwich.
Like the light on the Krispy Kreme window. They
Wait,
ready.
So listen, I'm telling you, as soon as I said we got $5 fish sandwiches, bro straight came through text. I need 4 on my way, fresh and hot out the grease.
Right.
I have a great fish. Like I make good fish.
Yes, you do.
My seasoning is not too much and it's not too little.
Right.
It's very good. I'm not bragging on myself.
All your seafood, your shrimp and everything. I'm like, damn, this shrimp is good.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
My son said
I'm not going to tell you that, though.
That is so rude.
It's
bro.
not rude. Because you already know it's
Let me
rude.
put up a page. Let me put up a thing. What can nerds do better?
Right.
Give me the do's and don'ts. Because I want to know. But like I pride myself because if I won't eat it, I'm not gonna sell it. That's my thing. I'm not and I'm not Chick-fil-A because guess what? The owner of Chick-fil-A has never eaten Chick-fil-A. Ask and Google it. He's never eaten his own food. He's not a chicken lover.
Who?
The owner of Chick-fil-A. He just knew that was something that people like. He knew he's not a chicken person. He doesn't eat fried chicken. So, I don't know. We ordered Chick-fil-A on DoorDash the other night. And guess what Dylan said?
What?
I not want this. It's not real. I said, what's not real? He said, the macaroni and cheese. I said, Dylan, they praised the macaroni and cheese. What you doing? He said, no, I not want this. It's not real. I don't want it. And he didn't eat his macaroni and cheese. It made me so happy, y'all. Yep, he's back texting again. I'm here again.
I got to start this at
I'm
12
here-
o'clock.
I'm here
I
alone.
told Naf we was going to do an hour show. She was like,
You said 11:30. I still got 5 minutes. You said
we ain't doing no hour show.
he told me I had to stop at 11:30. I still got 6 minutes.
He ain't talking to me. Who he talking to? Like, I'm like, who was you talking to? Like, he ain't talking to me. I don't know who he talking to. I'm just going to say this to myself.
I was talking to the art monster.
Like, what?
He has a way of replying. Right there.
What do you say back?
He said he ain't talking to you. You right. And then you said 11:30. Is that fine? And I said, yeah. And you
We
taking
gonna go
away
to-
from my last 6 minutes.
We gonna go to 12 o'clock. So I need.
You sure?
Yeah. Why not?
It's not Will. I was so excited, Drew. You don't even understand. Cause my sons, they eat macaroni and cheese like all the time, and you know I make a fried macaroni and cheese. So my baby saying that he said Cheeks, you won't. I don't know what's up with his R's, but we working on it. He was like, Cheeks, you won't. Like I like mommy macaroni. I gotta stop hanging out.
It's
with
not
him.
Will.
It's not Will. He
It's
was
not
like,
Will, Mom.
he said, I not like it. It's not Will. So, you know, we working on the R's. Don't do
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with the kids when they say. I like it when kids talk like that. Right? They understand in their tongue and how they're supposed to talk. So yeah, it's not Will.
It's not Will. He was like, Teeks, you won't.
You won't.
You won't. I like mommies. Mommies is Will.
Mommy's
He was
is
like,
Will.
bro, you crazy. This joint bang. He said, no, it's not Will.
So you gonna make a chicken sandwich?
Am I gonna make a chicken? I do have a chicken breast sandwich, a boneless chicken breast sandwich. I do. I don't make it often. If they ask for it, I don't even have it on the menu, but I do have it. But it's like I promote other food businesses way more than I promote my own
Why?
because I want to see them win.
Way more than you want to win?
Nah, I'm gonna win anyway.
Right.
My blessings don't come from them promoting me.
Right.
Kev said you will be surprised how I big up other photographers when they're not around.
And I've heard him.
And listen, the Chef Sir,
Right.
Chef Sir catered Macy Lagos, Danny Tiger from Macy Lago
Right.
brunch food, bang. I'm stalking the girl for her business card and everything. She like, every time I turn on her, I just want your business card. Right. That's it. Like she did like a personal brunch. So everything you could pick up.
I didn't get an invite to that situation.
Everybody got an invite. It was on social media.
I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I don't be on social media.
Oh, sorry. That's how I go.
You can't be like, yo, bro, we got something like, damn. Like, bro,
I was working. So Exotic Smokes 2.0.
I could have worked with you. I can't work. I ain't part of the family no more. Y'all just neglect me, bro.
Take it up with Exotic Smokes 2.0.
I'm not taking it up with nobody, man.
And then I couldn't even go to the second. Dang, why you gonna take it up with me? I hope you was talking about Roz.
No, you.
What? How you gonna take it up with me?
Why would I take it up with Mom?
I was hired to do a
job. You're the mother.
I was hired to do a job though. I was asked, could I go?
To be in the room. They was walking down the aisle and stuff like that. Everybody was happy.
They was doing the walk.
Energy.
That was good energy.
It
really
great
was.
Energy. So happy belated birthday to Danny Tiger, man.
Shout out to them. They just dropped their whole cosmetic line. She said she's only missing 2 things. She got liquid lip gloss and lip liner and lipstick. And listen, shout out to Macy Lago, black owned makeup line.
So you don't have to. What's the makeup store that everybody was going
Mac.
to? You don't have to hit Mac up, man. We got our own Mac right here.
Yes.
Macy Lago, man.
Shout out to Macy Lago. They got men's clothing, watches, book bags. Listen.
Big booty hookah girl.
That's how she paid me on Cash App.
Right. You was getting the tips, huh?
She got the tips, not me.
But you got paid.
I did. Shout out to her.
You didn't get an invite either, right? Mom? I see.
Mom.
Nobody worried about that.
She wasn't coming. My mom, she ain't coming outside yet.
They don't never invite the older people.
But shout out to them. Anywho, shout out to them. Shout out to Nikita Pernsley for the decoration. She did such a great job. Kurt Prime, that's another DJ. I got on him about not coming up here too.
He was up here a couple days ago. He was on Mic Check.
Oh, was he? Shout out to Kurt Prime. He was there.
But I definitely want to get on the city DJs for not utilizing
the station.
Yeah, man. Like, why
I mean, you can give me their numbers. I'll call them up. Man, excuse me. Remember me?
I ain't forcing nobody, bro. And that's another.
What's up with Wayne Stacks? Did he move or just his son move?
I think his son moved. I think he's still in the area, right? And to me, it's like I don't know. It's a radio station. I need mixes. I'm playing old songs. That's why I stuck with the R&B situation, because there's no way I can get all the new songs if all the DJs don't want to be a part of it. If I build something and the DJs don't come.
Well, Santana said he'll be here today at 5. Will you be here? He said he gets off of work at 5 and he'll be here.
Mm-hmm. I'll be here till 6.
What?
Then I gotta go to the
DJ Diz.
Well, I'll be here till 5:30. DJ Diz, DJ Santana, DJ Wayne Stacks, DJ Darrell, Brian Foster, Doughboy. Like, it's tons.
Kurt Prime, Robbie Mack.
Right, it's tons of DJs. And Robbie Mack came up here and he was doing the show, and then he just stopped.
Everybody just stops because they don't find it lucrative to them. But I feel like you gain business from being here. Once people hear you doing a great mix.
But that's the thing. Am I going to give him credit for getting me this business?
I don't got to give you credit.
That's black people.
I don't got to give you credit. It was my mix. But I don't want your credit.
I'm up here at your radio station, so I'm giving you credit for allowing me to come up here and play my mix on your radio station. So do people feel as though they owe me something for being able to be seen?
No.
Then they should be getting paid. I should be paying them for them to come through.
No.
So why don't they come through?
They just don't want to. That's how I see it.
Okay.
So, but I just see it
they'll
like
go live in their kitchen. They'll go live in their basement. They'll go live in different places and play music because they want to be seen. But when I say
what's his name? DJ Rad?
Come up here
Kenny.
to the radio station.
Kenny Blackwell? What's his name? DJ Rad?
Right.
DJ RAD? I don't know. We got a lot of great DJs.
Cameras all over their house.
Yeah, they done invested.
Right. And that's fucking awesome. But I'm sitting there telling you this is a radio station. And for us to be seen, for people to hear what's happening in Chester, for people to understand that Chester has its own style, that we came up with facts, that we, like all the things that Chester has, that's Chester, come through the radio station and push it out there. But, you know, when I say that, it's more like, oh, you just want us to come up there because it's your radio station.
No, we want you to come up here because it's ours.
Every time I see someone asking for electrician, I immediately tag
Kyle Davis. Me too.
Our friends, but I hear his name on the station, right, all the time.
Listen, I tag Kyle Davis. Every time I hear somebody ask for like lingerie, I'm tagging Maisha. Now I know that Phil does lingerie, so I tag Phil. Like, I'm just saying, I'm paying attention, and I try to remember when they ask for weave, frontals,
They
and
ask them
stuff.
for weave.
Weave.
Oh, well, say it all the way. Don't just say weave.
I said weave.
Weave.
Oh, so you want that V at the end?
Weed.
You know what? So I want people to. I try to.
That's how Warner used to do it with Master Blaster Station. Everybody should go through there.
Oh,
Man.
rest in peace, Master Blaster.
Rest in peace, Master Blaster. And that's another thing. Like, it's tons of DJs in the city that are doing things. Like, so to come through here. So DJ Darrell has promised me on Fridays he will do the morning meeting, and then he will stay after the morning meeting and do a mix. I heard weed too. Thank you, Drew.
Drew, I did not say weed. I said weave. I don't think I'll be publicizing that on Facebook. But if I know somebody who has the product, when they ask me for decorators, I know it's Beach. I know it's Keita Pernsley. I know that it's Nikki and Trina, Ultimate Party Zone. I know it's like all of these different people that, I mean, my go-to is the Ultimate Party Zone, but that's my particular thing. Carliana, shout out to all the decorators in the city. Like, they are applying pressure. You know, Delaware and Philly is really in competition with our style and the way we do things. Like, shout out to them. We got our own black edible arrangement. Shout out to Rini with that. Like, it's so many things you can get right here in the city that you don't have to go to other people for. You just gotta want to pay their price. Like, pay their price for looking for edible. Now, the only thing I ask next time, tell that lady find some. Well, she got somebody. We're not gonna say that.
Tell that lady to do what? Find somebody else in the future. Mm-hmm. Listen.
It's the appointment times. Like, keep your scheduled appointment. Man, we definitely got everything. We got shout out to Sisters Over Town for food. Shout out to what's the girl name? Gata for her food. I be trying to get with these people to get some of their food. Shout out to Mr. Chuck. Oh my God, I get his food all the time though. But like, shout out to Brian Chef Wright. And he one of the first people that would be like, man, I gotta take my business somewhere else. It's too much hate. Shout out to Sandwiches with this Tiffany and Shamir. Shout out to Solo Subs. Like, we got hoagies, nice pies. If you got our number, you can still get a pizza, because I know I do. Sorry. I feel a little special. But shout out to like all of these people. We have every avenue crossed. We got so much here in the city. Mansa Rich Musa for his clothing line. Name clothing lines, please.
YODM.
Yodem. Your opinion don't matter.
Why you Yodem?
That's what it's called, Yodem.
Right.
Ain't that what it's called?
It's YODM.
Yodem.
They don't pronounce it Yodem.
Well, that's what they said when I asked about the tie-dye shirt.
Said YODM.
No, he said Yodem.
Oh, Yodem?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I know I ain't crazy. YODM. Your opinion doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But shout out to everybody that's doing something. Ramarji Lanino. Shout out to him. Shout out to Desar. Like, we got so much going.
Eugene Johnson for the drinks. That's crazy.
We got the photographers. We got shout out to, say his name.
Who?
The photographer.
Well, it's tons of photographers.
The one that started.
Started what?
The videographer. No. The videographer.
Quan Knox?
No. I would know all of them.
The one that started what?
He did the video for CRMC with my dad.
Mr. Business.
Mr. Business. Shout out to Mr. Business. If you would go to his page, you can donate to the Quan Knox Fund for when he get home, because we waiting for Quan Knox to touch down. And shout out to Mr. Business for putting together that he's doing 5 videos under the Quan Knox label, putting all the money up for Quan Knox for when he touched, so he can get, thank you, Drew, so he can get the new equipment that he needs, and he can jump right back into doing what he do. Shout out to Quan Knox, free him. Like, I think he's done his time. He should be about to come home prayerfully in the next 6 months. And like, KFS got Thomas, like, they all jumped in like, yeah, man, I do the same thing. Like, we want to keep Quan going because Quan got a different style than we got. So shout out to him. They canceled that. Quan heard about it. Damn. Now, who done told him? Who done told him, Drew? That is so, dang, that's hard. He not doing the videos anymore. That's crazy. Like people just, and it specifically says, I don't want Quan to know. That's what it said. It was like a gesture for Quan. But if y'all would like to send Quan a couple dollars, send it to his books, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him down tomorrow when I go see him and see what's up with him. Talk to him.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Now who done told him?
But don't take
Goddamn
don't take
ignoramuses.
long. Some female probably called him. Quan, they out here about to use your name and talk about they doing videos in your name. Oh man, call my cousin. I don't want nobody doing shit.
Yeah, he said he ain't want him to know because he knew he would do that.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And Mr. Business does amazing work. Shout out to him.
He does.
Shout out to him. And that was a good gesture. He was doing it under Quinox Media to generate some income for him because, he's incarcerated right now and he honestly can't make $1 right now. Y'all really took food out of his mouth for what? So you can be the first one to tell it? That was weird. It specifically said it. I read it. I'm like, word. And all I knew is I was going to do a commercial for Exotic Smokes 2.0. Mm-hmm. So,
well, CMP can do that. You
can do that?
Yeah, we learning how to do all that.
All right.
As soon as I get this editing shit done with this joint, I'll be able to say, "Yup, we can now shoot our own videos." And I've tried to hire videographers. My uncle used to say, "You can hire somebody to do the job, or you can learn how to do it yourself, so you can start getting paid." Then people get mad, and I never wanted to take anybody's job away. Right? I never wanted to take anybody's job away and be able to say, I can do it. So it's always hire people. But people come in, and I'm sitting there saying, listen, man, this is something for the community. We ain't making a whole lot of money off of it. All right, cool. What's your price? Oh, I need $730,000. For that?
Yeah, I'm glad you learned how to do it, too.
I got to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not knocking anybody for setting their price because your price is your price. I respect that. But I can't pay it.
Well, my daughter has taken over. My daughters have taken over their father's hookah business, Exotic Smokes 2.0, and I'm getting ready to do their commercial for them. They have a private hookah rental. They come to you. They have a fee if you need for them to serve the hookah, things like that. I think they're doing something great. And guess what? They did it with their own money and not with their mamas. Ooh, look at God. Look at God. They came with their own funds. Hey, listen, we ready. They got their gear and everything.
12:30. All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
So shout out to them, and we just doing things
I know little bro around me and Isaiah be talking. He found out he talking to my daughter. I don't know what they talking about. I'll figure that out. But
who talking to who?
Isaiah Freeman.
Is talking to who?
Taylor.
Who said she could? What they talking about?
I don't know what they talking about. That's not my job to be all up in their business. It's my job to make sure my daughter is equipped to understand when,
Let me tell you something. I just said, I shared a stat that said I'm in my daughter's business more than I'm in my own. What you doing? Where you going? Who you going with?
Who you going with? Who you talking
How long
to?
you going to be there?
And
I don't
didn't
never
know,
want them to
But
think.
you got to understand, these young men, they know who I am. So the first thing
They know who I am too.
First thing he says, tell your dad I said, what's up? And she was like, why you acting like you all Joe? And she hates that. She hates that.
I hated that
Right,
too.
right.
Oh my
Tell your dad I
gosh.
said, what's up? And she's like, ugh.
That's Bayard daughter.
Isaiah said, what's up? I said, what Isaiah? From where? The basketball team? And the football team? Oh, all right. Wait till I see him. So I gave him. Oh, he's definitely respectable. He's a respectable young man, right? We talk. But I don't have a problem with working with him.
I hated that so much when people would be like, man, don't talk to her, that's Bayard daughter, or you gotta be careful when you talk to her, that's Mr. Bayard daughter. I am his daughter, but I am not for tea. Call me not for tea. Hey, not for tea. Hey, Bayard daughter.
Definitely Bayard daughter.
No, I ain't like that.
The respect has to be given as a man to understand that there's another man standing in front of me, and I have to impress your father more than I have to impress you, unless you're trying to disrespect your dad. Now, if you're trying to disrespect your dad, we can do this in the dark, and we never got to be out in public. But if I'm your man and I'm on your arm, your father has to respect that. Because if he doesn't, it's a fight, and we'll never be anything. So understand, young men know this now, and they talk to the fathers, and they speak to the fathers and with respect. If I don't respect your father,
it's the present fathers. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
The fathers that are present. So, but I don't know. I just shout out to all the black-owned businesses in the city of Chester that's doing business outside of the city of Chester too.
Yes.
Shout out to them. Like I said, most of my customers come from out of town. Period.
Absolutely.
I don't have to worry about stuff like that. And I don't knock other businesses. When they ask for caterers, Like, this is the crazy part. I'm a caterer. When they ask for caterers, I get tagged by people from out of town.
Right.
But when they need a caterer and they need a favor, I'm the first person they call.
Right.
What? You didn't ask for a caterer. You didn't ask me to be a caterer. You asked me to bring something for free. You got to stop treating your friends and family like they're obligated to give you anything for free.
Nope.
If I want you at my event, tell me your price. If I can afford it, I'm going to tell you. If I can't, I won't have you there.
How long you been cooking?
4 years.
4 years. So you're out of college. You're out of culinary art school. You can charge. I'm still in school. I've been doing this for 3 years. So I got another year. And then my 5th year, I'm charging the hell out of y'all.
Yeah, my prices changed. Prices change after so much.
Right.
Every year my prices go up. Every year my prices go up. My catering prices now, I'm solid. And I'm standing on it because of the time, the efforts, the transport, like all of that stuff that I have to do. And I used to be like, damn, why they charging me so much? Like I had a cater event for my daughter, and I paid like $1,700 for food. And I didn't understand why I was paying that price. And now I know.
Now you know.
I charge by the person. I'm not charging by the event no more. Before I would charge by the event.
Right.
Now I got how many people you think
How
gonna
many
be
people you
there?
got?
I'm only gonna give you 25 people over. And that's that. Because other people decide to bring other people. And then you got 2 people that can't eat. I can't just serve you for 50 people. I got to serve you for 25 people. I mean 75, I'm sorry. 75 people.
Right.
But I'm going to give you that. And I got a very extensive contract. Stand on your contract too. Stand on your word. Your word means everything. You can give this person one price, but you'll get 5 events from that.
I'm learning how important contracts are and how important it is to follow what the contract says.
Yep.
Because I'm the type of person, if you support my business and believe in my business enough, I'm gonna go above and beyond for you. But then it's like, yo, P, like they pick the lowest package. That's all they get.
Yep.
Don't give them nothing more. Because then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Pierre give us whatever we want. We can pay him what we want to pay him. Like, so you have to allow them to respect what you gave them and say, yo, why can't we be? Well, you picked the wrong package. Pick another package, right? We can renegotiate in 6 months. We'll talk about that.
I did a Groupon. A Groupon is a group of different event planners and things like that. We all came together and we did this one event. So me being the caterer, I did the food, of course. So I gave the girl way more than I charged her for it, right? And it came back to bite me in my behind because when I gave her, she ordered like a basic menu, chicken, rice, string beans. And I'm thinking, she got this decorator and this is what she want for her menu. I'm like, let me finesse her money. Right. So I finessed her money. I gave her a baked fish, chicken, different flavors. I gave her salads. I gave her so much, right? And because people didn't show up to her event, she was embarrassed and like she got ignorant. Right. And I don't tolerate ignorance. I will excuse myself. I will apologize a million times in business, but I don't tolerate ignorance. Disrespect? No. So I said to her, and I was doing 2 events in one night, so I had my staff broke up, and they were at one building and I was at another building. And the next day she made the comment and said she was displeased with the food. I said, well, which part? The part you paid for or the part you was given? Ooh. Because clearly, the guests that did show up, they ate a fraction of the food and took food home. You still had food left over. So what part were you displeased with that you think you're going to ask me for money back? Damn. So mind you, I left the food with her. The decorator called and said she left without the food. I had to come back and pick it up. So then she called me 2 days later and asked me for the food. And I'm thinking, sis, you know what? I don't know how you think this works, but it don't work like that.
Hold on.
So when I come and set up a catering job, I set up, you ask for chafing dishes or you can get racks. It depends on what your decor is, that's what you get. So at a certain time, you get an hour and a half of service time from me. After that hour and a half is up, I break down my dishes. I leave your extra food nicely displayed on the table. And when it's nicely displayed on the table, what happens is you now have the ability to serve yourself. I leave you with disposable spoons and things like that. And I leave. Right. I'm no longer a part of the event. When she left upset because 90% of her guests didn't come, she left all the food. But when it's time to clean up at the end of the night, they like, hey, what you want me to do? You want me to throw the food away? So I'm thinking maybe she just, had an emergency or something. So I went back and got the food. Right. But I'm not keeping it in my storage space.
For 2 days?
For 2 days.
And
So
why
she
would
like
you want 2-day-old food?
because she paid for it.
Look, you didn't
And then she said, well, I think I should be entitled to be reimbursed.
reimburse for what?
I said, sweetheart, you're going to have to read the contract again. Because I clearly stated in the contract.
So you should have left the food in bags on the table for her.
I left the food in trays with coverings on the table.
But when she left and you left, you should have left the food on because
And
she
you know
had to
why
come
I-
back to the place to close it up. And
No,
clean it up.
she
No?
left. The decorator was responsible for closing it
Oh,
up.
well, then the decorator responsible for the food.
And they like if all the stuff is not going, like, cause I was still doing another event, probably right next door, cause it was at Rashida's. You don't get your deposit back if the hall is not given
Cleaned up,
how
right.
you
Right,
received it.
right.
So nonetheless, people come up with the lamest things. Listen, you decided to have this extravagant party in the middle of the middle of winter, and it's me told the decorator, well, I think you should give me back 10% because I didn't have all the balloon columns that I wanted. I counted 2 was missing.
You did good.
So
That's business. That's
business is crazy.
Right. Whenever someone throws a party, I'm always like, all right, what I say, I don't really want no parties. I didn't really want any parties on the brand. I wanted us to focus on building the brand first, right? Focus on building. But then, we got into the party. We had the swim party, which was a great situation. I feel like all parental advisory parties, when COVID is lifted, we need to come back with that. We need to have
Strong.
all summer. You know what I'm saying? I want parental advisory back, but unless Mary Jackson is a part of that, the show will not happen. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll figure out something else until she's able to drive up here and get up here and be a part of that show.
Yeah, she done moved 50 fucking minutes away.
Right. She ain't 50 minutes away.
All right, 23. It's 23.
I can get there in 18.
That's sad.
Why?
That's speeding.
That's not speeding.
Anywho, so we got into the party business. P didn't want to get into it, but it
Right.
became a great thing.
It became a great thing. The business is happening. I was nervous. We got into business with DJ Darrell. It's all love when we launched the app.
Yes.
So it's like things happen greatly if you allow them to happen and you have the right people around you. So I support everybody that's doing something. Everybody has a business that has you taking risks because risks are inherently a part of business. If you're not taking any risks, you're not making a risk, you're not worried about whether or not this is going to pan out, you're not really in business.
Right.
You're just doing what someone else is doing.
Yep. And stop that. Just because you see them doing it, let me start over. Be careful who you share your dreams with, because you may be their dream. Like, plain and simple as that. And I say that because sometimes we celebrate before the party is actually happening. So, and we start telling people what it is that we're doing, how we're doing it, and then we look and they're doing the same exact thing.
Right.
And then you looking like, damn, did you really just stand in my kitchen to learn how I made my chicken? And it's such a sad thing. But if I have inspired you, tell me I inspired you. Don't just go behind my back and do it, because then it makes it seem as if our friendship or relationship isn't genuine. So here's the thing. Stop telling people your dreams that God set for you, because they may look at you as if they want to be you. Like, how is she doing or he's doing all of these things? So stop celebrating before it's time to celebrate. You got to let it go all the way through.
I remember, I ain't even going to talk about it.
So
because it brings up how people felt, and to me, I didn't take it as that. I just felt as though you wanted to be around. So it's like, all right, cool. I won't do it anymore. But
go ahead, bring it up.
as business began to move, it was like, well, damn, are you jealous? Because you can have the same thing I have. Like, you just have to put the work in that I'm putting in. Now you have your own situation, and you're on every show. You're putting in the work. Now you have to put in the work, and it's no problem with that. But now you understand where I was coming from when I was putting in the work. We can have an equal opportunity ass-kicking fucking radio station if everybody just puts in the same work. Like, work. This is what I want. It's what I want to do, and maybe that's because it's my dream and it's flowing the way I want it to flow. But it can flow the way you want it to flow too. You have to put in time in business. You have to be willing to make sacrifices for your business. You have to be able to buy $400 microphones
And not worry about it.
And not worry about it. Oh, man, it ain't going to work.
But see, Mom, it can be friendship in business. It can be. You just got to know the difference of conversation that you're having. Am I having a conversation with my friend, or am I having a conversation with my business partner? So if I come in and I'm like, girl, let me tell you about last
We're having
night.
a friendship conversation.
That's a friendship conversation. But if I come in and say, hey, listen we just had 6 stacks of paper back there.
That's a business conversation.
That's a business conversation. But we have to be on one accord. You don't have to have competition in this business because it's enough of everything to go around. Man. People make competitive notions out of the smallest things. We're not in competition. If we go to the food court, all of them people,
they in competition with nobody.
They like, how much is this space? All right, I know I can make this amount of money this month and keep it moving. And people come in and decide. They stand in the middle of the food court. They look around and say, I want to eat there.
I want to eat there. How many Chinese restaurants are in the food court Mall?
3. I think it's 3 or 4.
The same exact food.
And guess what? Their lines are wrapped around that little swivel thing. But they're not arguing with one another like, well, guess what? They don't even clean their chicken. Right. Nobody knows what they do because they know they all can eat. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, they all owned by the same family.
Right. Now they got Five Guys down there.
Five Guys.
McDonald's had to roll out. They got a cheesesteak joint down there. They got pizza. They got salads. They got Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is at every food court in America.
Right. And that's amazing. Every store has a line. Right. And ain't none of them worry about who in other people's line.
No, they don't get right.
Why you over there eating?
We making money.
That's it. That's it.
That's all you should be worried about is how much money you're making. You shouldn't be worried about who's doing the same thing you're doing. But guess what happens? If we have people, and I'm going to use the lingerie line because Miss Maisha is into that. If she knows 3 other people with a lingerie line, guess what it's going to take for them to be able to go global? It's going to take all 3 of them coming together and saying, you know what, we're going to put this fucking business together as us to go global. Global money is way more than local money. You talking about across the United States, across China, over there to Europe, all of them things.
See, 2 of them have the same owner. But they don't see it that way though. They'll never see like it's okay for us to be.
But he opened up another joint knowing that, listen, we can't just keep this shit going. So me and you, I'm going to open up a joint diagonal across from me.
And we're going to get all this money.
We're going to kill them.
Oh, listen.
Why? Because black people love Chinese food.
It's 30,000 people.
Why do black people love Chinese food so much?
I don't know. We didn't. We ended up getting Chick-fil-A. Ain't no competition out there. I don't have competition. I don't see I try to tell everybody that. The same way I share my flyer, I share yours twice as hard.
You know what? I'm not going to say that.
I don't have no competition. I'm only competitive with myself.
This is what I saw. I saw competition. Not to say that I have competition, but I saw how easy it was to start the radio station. I see how much, work is put into it, but people are watching. Mm-hmm. Understand people are watching. What kind of mics are you using?
And attempting.
What kind of situation you got over there?
Attempting.
Oh, all right, we could do the same thing. All right, let's hit him up and be friends and go over there and look at his shit and then buy all our shit. This shit is expensive, bro. It's at least $20,000 worth of equipment in this radio station. And I got cameras all around the drink just in case you want to break in and steal anything. You're going to jail. And
constantly growing and changing.
Shit, I'm trying to change the other room into a place where people that don't want to be on CMP can have their own fucking show. Have their own backdrop, have their own situation hooked up in a whole nother situation. Bang. That's done. Changing her profile picture, his jeans.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm snorting this shit.
That you can look like this if you buy my product.
Listen, but you got to be your best promoter. But you also have to promote other people. Show that you're not jealous or in competition with them. If they have a lingerie line, share their lingerie too. I might not have the size that you need. If I sell one thing, and someone asked me why don't I sell soul food, and I said because I have to cook that for my family on a regular.
Right.
And I just want everybody else. If they want soul food, I tell them where they go.
Right.
Go down Miss Pam's. Go down Red Brick Cafe.
Right.
Go down there. You want some collard greens, macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes, things like that. Go on down there and see Miss Pam.
Yes.
Go see Miss Maria.
Right.
Go see those people. They have those things every day. Every day. Guess what they don't have that I have? What I have. So therefore, when you call her and ask her whatever, she say, I told them to come on over there to Yale because they want that fast stuff.
Right.
That's promotion. When I go see Miss Pam and I have a question, guess what she said? Baby, you can have anything out of here you want. Don't bring it back though. Plain and simple as that. I go down there with her and she say, listen, I'm almost 70. This is what she told me the other day. I'm almost 70. And I'm not going to be here much longer. Y'all got to hold the torch after that.
Right.
Don't let it diminish. She said, I've been doing this since I was in my 20s. She said, I didn't get it right at first, but I kept going. I didn't stop.
Kept going. And you have to keep going no matter how hard it gets, no matter how frustrated you get. We have to understand that every business is not going to succeed in the first 2 years. You're not going to make $1 million in the first 3 years. You're not going to get super rich in the first 4 years. It might take 5 years for you to really click on and motherfucker say, damn, she or he is consistent.
Yes.
When I first started this radio station, wasn't nobody coming up here that had no fucking shows like that. Ain't nobody still coming up here that had no shows like that, but people understand that we have a reach. We have a grab. So now it's like, oh, all right, yeah, let me be a sponsor. Now the money's coming in. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? You know
Times are changing.
How much it is to keep this motherfucker rolling out of my pocket every month? Absolutely incredible, right? I'm like, damn, I don't know now if we can keep on doing this joint. She said, bro, just keep on pushing.
Don't stop.
Some sacrifices have to be made. You're not going to be able to go out. I don't go out. I don't come out. If I go to a bar, trust me, I'm not buying no shots because I don't have the money for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might buy a bottle of liquor that drink $24. All right, that's for the whole week. It got to last me a whole week. But I'm not going to sit here and say
that is true, Mai.
We're not going to make the sacrifices. People
you got to make certain.
Need to remember that
you have to make sacrifice for your tomorrow. Sometimes it's going to be lack of sleep. Mm-hmm. It's going to be you don't even know where the bills is coming. But if you keep your faith high and pay it forward, like your blessings coming right on time. Like you would be surprised the blessings that are coming your way that you blocked just for being hateful. People talk about you, talk bad about you, try to slander your business, you as a person, your character, everything. They do that. Guess what? I'm going to be blessed anyway because I never done that with you. I don't have to slander you in order for me to prosper. And that's the problem that people don't understand that. I don't have to talk bad about her business in order for my business to gain. Mm-hmm. My business is going to gain because I have the faith that God gave me, and I do me.
Lack of sleep definitely come with the job. That's why I'm off, bro. Like I can't. I'm super tired. I get in the car. Sometimes I just sit in the car and I close my eyes. I'll be asleep and I wake up and say, "Fuck, I can't be doing that." Like
slipping, and it's like, slipping on your pimping, homie.
I drive because I have the radio station and I have a regular job. Like, yeah, I'm working. I'm trying to help brothers.
I'm not even going to get him fired from this job because this is a good job. Right. Like this is something that we need in our community. Mm-hmm. That was a way wrong word.
Right. But community.
So this is something that we need in our community. Him working where he's working at and having a better understanding of the other side.
Right.
That job he can keep forever.
Right.
As long as it don't intervene in CMP Radio.
And I try not to make it intervene. I try not to allow it to allow me to keep working. Right. And I get tired, bro. I get tired. It's a hefty job, and this station is a hefty job. So it's like, damn. But, you know, with people coming through, and we got different people coming through, and I'm going to hit Zaya, right? I'm going to continue to create content to bolster our audience, the verses, right? I have to do all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. There's no way I can say, all right, somebody else can do it.
One day you're going to be able to employ people to do that. Because the growth in the station said, listen, we came far. You was doing everything. Hold up, I got just this camera going over here in the station. Now we are sitting in one room. You don't have to touch the equipment. You got an engineer in there that's doing things. So the growth in it was crazy. It was the consistency and, you know, the hiccups along the way.
And you're going to have
now
hiccups.
We're running smooth. Them speed bumps in the street, they're in life too.
I put it like this. If you have a business and you don't cry about your business, you don't shed no tears about your business, get out of it.
Wanting to give up. If you don't want to give up in your business, you're really not passionate about it. You get discouraged by your own lack thereof, not from somebody else's.
No.
I don't care. My daughter said to me one day, I keep coming every day on time and we don't start at that time. I said, I don't care when we start, as long as we do.
As long as we start.
That's it. You just be here on time.
Right. You can look back on the growth. You go to cmpradio.net right now and look back at 2017. The way we was recording things to how we do it now, right? It's extreme growth. And listen, this isn't it. This is the growth for this year.
Me too, Mike.
There'll be different growth next year. Next year, we might be using whole fucking 4K cameras, right? To get this, so don't knock us, until you try us, man.
And if y'all see a GoFundMe for CMP Radio, report it.
Don't report it. Please don't report it. We're trying to.
report it.
She don't want me to ask for no money, but I feel like
I feel as though they see what we need and they know what's going on. But report it if you see a GoFundMe.
do not report it because a GoFundMe is going up tomorrow.
He ain't even got time to start a GoFundMe. He lying.
Leslie gonna start it.
No, she not.
Yes, she is. 2020 just made me think about it. I'm not gonna lie.
2020 took so much from everybody. And I'm the most selfish when I say 2020 took so much from me.
Right.
Like, it took one of my biggest supporters.
Absolutely.
It took my family through turmoil. I gave up so many times in 2020. But for some reason, something knocked me in the back of my head. I'm pretty sure it was nobody there. But it knocked me in the back of my head and said, you can't stop now.
Can't stop.
I never put that in. That's why I call you every day. Is you? My mom be
remember-
like, you at work?
I remember the first day I called you and asked you, was you cooking? You like, bro, I don't think I can. I said, nah, if you can cook. She was like, nah, I don't think I can. I don't have a taste. I don't have a feel for it anymore. I'm like, nah, it's something that never leaves you, right? And I get what you're going through. I understand how you feel, but you have to keep pushing. Like, you can't stop. I said, I ain't going to bother you about the show because I understand you need time. But you have to get up and move for yourself. Because if you don't move for you, no one else is going to move for you.
It took me a long time.
Your kids sit there and they looking at you and they feel some type way. Your mother feels some type way. Your brothers feel some type way. Your sisters. And it's like, you know, some people are predatory. Like, they just stand over top of you and watch you.
And
Look at her
couldn't
now.
wait.
Look at her now.
Couldn't wait.
She the shit. She did it. And it's like, all right, that's cool. But you have people that love you. You have people that care about you and want to see you
Genuinely.
succeed.
That's the
right?
part. You got to get those genuine people.
Man, you got to have them people around you because you got to keep pushing.
My mom kind of tricked me to going back to cooking. And what she said, Monkey, I sure would like some fish.
Right.
Now, my mom makes me fish and fried potatoes.
Right.
She don't get to use that on me.
Right.
So when she said, like, I really would like some fish, I'm like, all right, Mom. So I got up and I made the fish or whatever. She said, this is good. But when you're off mentally, everything else is thrown off too.
Everything else.
So it was like, at first, I'm like, dang, I don't even think these people gonna like this food. So I tried it for like a weekend. And then I was like, I don't know. I went back to bed like nothing ever happened. I lost my hair. I lost my faith. I lost a lot in 2020. My hair's starting to grow back too, so fuck y'all and y'all natural hair challenges.
This girl
I'm
is
petty.
crazy. I thought you wasn't allowed to curse.
Sorry, I had to put that out there.
See, she can curse. But when I curse or Kenny curses, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, but still, I'm back now.
Bullshit.
But it takes a while. Always take your time that you need for yourself.
Never doubt yourself.
I doubted myself.
Right.
I lost myself.
Right.
I'm the one person that I never want to lose again. I gave up on myself, even though all the stuff that I was going through, I was so oblivious to half the stuff that I was going through. It was crazy because I had lost like my whole mental capacity of anything, capabilities of anything. And I can admit that. Like, I got my own testimony. And when I say 2020 stripped me of everything I thought was real.
Right.
And then showed me everything that really is.
Right.
So you got to go through that transition, and I transitioned well. Because one thing I did, once I lost my faith, I said I lost my faith and my family all in the same month. And people don't understand what you mean. You still got a whole family. Nah, I have a whole family now. Because now the people that are around me now are the people who deserve to be around me, and I deserve to be around them. And that's just that. So you have to be stripped of everything.
Yeah, I think I was stripped of everything.
Yeah, when you hit that bottom.
Well before 2020. But 2020 gave me, I got a couple
Clarity.
blows. It gave me clarity to understand, like, people were only around me to get what they wanted, right? And then it gave me clarity of understanding what I'm possible, what I'm capable of fucking doing. And I can't sit there and say, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I gotta
can
learn.
try.
I gotta fucking learn it.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing. All 2021, I'm learning. And also, trying to figure out how we get these other cameras in here. Because I need 4 sets of cameras. The iPads are for outside. For outside interviews and things like that, we can do that. But to have the cameras in the station, right? Man, that's
on,
elevation.
period.
That's elevation. So, CMPRadio.net, man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is the morning meeting with Miss Info and Uncle P. Man, make sure you check us out on Friday. DJ
Love you too,
Darrell.
mother.
DJ Darrell will be in the building. He will also have a live that's going strictly on Live 365 and his personal page. It's not going on CMPRadio.net. Personal page is going on his personal page. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all follow us, man. Make sure you like and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on IG, man. We love you on purpose. Yeah, I'm supposed to give some inspirational stuff. But it's 12:06 and I'm already late
Yeah, so-
for this other situation I got to do. See
Just
how
say
Nav
something
get
real
me?
quick. Say something real quick. We need something inspirational. I'll say it.
No, I got it. No, go ahead.
Don't be afraid to be stripped of who you thought you were so you can become who you're supposed to be.
Right. That's
I
that-
see y'all on Friday.
That butterfly effect. It's cmpradio.net, man. Peace.
It's infamy. Exclusive.
Dang, I know you tired of them little niggas talking about nothing.